Okay. Good morning. I'm sorry I sound like Mr. Haney today. I got punched in the throat during my MMA cage match on Saturday, and I haven't recovered yet. So obviously, thank you for coming to our meeting. I'll let the other guys do most of the talking. How about that?
That'll work. That'll work.
Ryan, would you be willing to lead us in the pledge?
Yes. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Gonna have a brief moment of silence, but honestly, I'd like to just say a prayer for those authorities above us at the state and federal level and those who are fighting and laying down their lives on behalf of our country. We pray for those families who have endured the loss. We ask for your mercy and wisdom for them, and we ask for wisdom for our decisions that we're making today. Thank you for your presence with us. In Jesus' name, amen. Ryan has a few words he'd like to share before we start our agenda.
So March seems like it's been a very long, enduring month with everything going on within Jasper County. We had significant damage on the north central part of Jasper County from tornado issues. I want to thank everybody involved in Jasper County EMA, Jasper County Sheriff's Department, all of our fire departments, our EMS cooperation, and the cleanup efforts from the community. It's been extremely humbling to see everyone come together in those efforts, not only throughout Jasper County, but the shared efforts with Newton and Stark County with their cleanup efforts. Many businesses, many individuals came to help the immediate direct efforts that weekend. If you got to walk through or you saw that from any kind of photo imagery shared on Facebook, it was substantial damage. And we haven't seen a lot of that through Jasper County in a long, long time. So I just want to thank everybody in their efforts, our leadership team, our council members, fellow commissioners were out there. It really put perspective and light into what kind of communities we have and to see everybody come together through that. So thank you all for that.
Thank you, Ryan. All right, next up, I need one of you to move and make a motion to approve the minutes of the March 2nd, 2026 meeting, unless there are any changes or additions.
I did not find any changes or additions. I'd make the motion to move to approve.
Motion made by Craig, supported by Ryan. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
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 Okay, those are approved. Next up, we have the monthly payroll claim distribution. Check date of 3/13/2025, 2026. That should say, Diana, just to let you know. (3/13/2026), 5/22/209/69. Check date of 3/30/2026, 5/44/16/80. Total with including withholdings, $1,066,226.49. I have a motion to approve as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve with the amendment of the date.
All right.
2026.
All right. Thank you, Brian.
Support.
Supported by Craig. Any further discussion? Not. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay, that is passed. Next up, we have the monthly claim distribution. Claims $426,744.59. Highway of $232,135.39. prepays, $3,592,907.65. Health insurance, $288,737.08. Report total, $4,540,524.71. Do I have a motion to approve as presented unless there are any additions or corrections?
I move to approve.
Support.
Motion made by Craig, supported by Ryan. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Those are approved. Next up, Sheriff Williamson. Somebody else come up and talk instead of me. How about that? Good morning.
Yeah,
Ron.
I did get your email. We'll start off with something that's not related to the judge.
Yeah.
But I'll give you the information. Discussed on the emails earlier.
Okay.
Here's your number of accidents over 5 years.
Thank you very much.
There's 5 of them.
Thank you.
And I think we had 53 stops, traffic stops since 2021. Do that stretch, 52 traffic stops. About 10 stops a year through there. So, you know, not a very big stretch. So. Okay, I think we're ready, Judge.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Yep.
We
I'll
should
let you-
have good afternoon or good morning, everyone. We are here today. This is kind of a project that we started last year, and we tried to go out for grant for cameras. And unfortunately, Judge Bailey did a great job, but we didn't get the money from the state. So I don't know that you've all been able to review an estimate Judge Bailey was able to get. And Jen, my bailiff, is bringing copies. So I didn't know you all would not have copies, but we are looking to put cameras upstairs, second floor, and out looking out, correct? Go ahead.
Well, you know, as you know, the courthouse needs cameras, needs video surveillance. I think you actually had maybe Eric back there looking into that as well. I don't know if that's where the same quote came from. But obviously, the courthouse needs some video cameras, obviously better than what it has now. And for the security of those, and also for any incidents that may happen, as well as on the courthouse grounds. And I think we've been through this. So that's just one of the safety measures we're looking at. And of course, that would be a commissioner's investment there, I guess. If we can't get a grant, which we've been kind of.
We were turned down, and we'll try again this year. I will try it again this year in lieu of Judge Bailey, just to see if we can switch it up. So we're trying, but we've had incidents where we have people coming through security saying they're going to stop on the second floor, and then they just go right up to the third floor. And there's nothing really our security officers can do, because they're saying I have business on the second floor, so they should have no reason to come up to the third floor, yet they find their way up. So that camera on the second floor would help Jack and the other officers be able to identify, hey, we have some people up on the third floor that should not be there. So, and we do have an estimate, and I didn't know if there was a secondary estimate that's going on, and we're happy to look at whatever.
I think when this whole grant opportunity went in, I think it was the same time we did the grant through Karen for
With
the
me,
generator, and I mean, all that stuff. And I believe at that time, somewhere in the archives, there was a quote for somebody local to do cameras, if I remember right, that went with that. I don't know if that would still be, if that covers the need, or if
that
it even
is the
just,
estimate I believe that we're turning in, the same one that you have reviewed
Okay.
before. And I'm sorry Jen's not out here, but it's the same one that we've
So if I- if
circulated
that
here
was-
for.
25, 30,000 was what my memory was on that. Does that sound right?
45,
Yeah.
right? We were thinking about
It's
45.
40, yeah,
Okay.
40, 45.
Is that what it was?
I
Reem?
think
Thank
so.
you, sir.
Well,
And I'm always here asking for money. I acknowledge
well,
that. So
We acknowledge there's a problem with it because we've seen some of the camera footage that is
yes.
almost non-existent. So we
Yes.
understand.
It's got to be better than that. Yeah.
well, again with her hands out, but we're just trying to keep everyone safe.
This might be something we can tie in together. We've got some repairs that have to be done to the courthouse
Yes, sir.
externally. And this might be something that can all get put
Running.
in at one time. I don't know what the lead time is on the cameras or getting them here or whatnot, but we're going to have to move at a pretty rapid pace on the repairs once we settle on that. So might be just easy to put it all together.
Has there been an examination of the courthouse on placement and things like that and what it would take as far as wiring, cables?
I think we
Positioning.
bulk majority. I think Craig and you may remember a little bit more when we were going through that
We had
initially.
Scott here and Scott had
Yeah.
given us recommendations on where to put those cameras.
Yes. sir.
Because at one point we were even looking at putting them on light poles coming back into the courthouse, right?
Yeah.
The big tree was an issue for the one door blocking it. I mean, we looked at a lot of options there.
Yeah.
But we could get back to that meeting whenever that was and see where the recommendations came from. Actually, we had a meeting after the meeting with just the
So many meetings,
department heads
meeting on
and
meeting.
Scott's assessment of the courthouse.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
And I don't know that we're in a super rush. We just want to put it right back out in front of you guys and say we're still desperately needing just some kind of extra.
I think we need to get the west door upgraded quickly
So
because it's pretty poor.
Obviously, any incidents that go on.
Yeah.
They're not recorded unless we have the body camera or something.
Right.
When we worked through that grant, we put that proposal together, there was a drone that we worked with Aaron's repairs office and located all the cameras that we put together for it, so that'd be something.
Yeah, because you had to have a count for the grant.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Well, that would be wonderful.
You can update it with the cost.
Make sure it still fits the need you have today. Right.
Well, and definitely I think the main goal is looking outside the courthouse. I think that helps so many agencies, departments. It just keeps us all safe. So.
Well, you look at the amount of times and the opportunities we provide for people to use the courthouse yard, and whether it be for a protest or a festival or something like
Mhm.
that, it only makes even more sense to keep public safety measures first and foremost.
And we had talked about using the non-opioid settlement?
Non-restricted fund.
Yeah, and that would be something too, because I know we have been spending quite a bit of money on security. And I appreciate all three of you and the council as well for taking care of us, because there's just been a greater need, unfortunately.
But we'll definitely keep Eric involved because we want infrastructure that'll work with our existing system.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be really wonderful. And so that's really, and then we have Stop the Bleed.
Yeah, so we had a security meeting with the judges the other day, and so one of the things that was addressed was what happens if we have a major incident in the courthouse. And one of the things that we advise churches and so forth, especially today's day, is stop the bleed. Because it's when you have a major traumatic event, say someone shoots multiple people or cuts multiple people with a knife and things like that, you want to save their lives. So churches, what we recommend is stop the bleed. Tourniquets, they have kits to stop blood flow, things like that save people's lives. That's what saves police officers' lives. That's why all our men carry tourniquets, and they're able to apply them to themselves or to accident victims, things like that. And it really does a great job in getting people to the hospital before they bleed out and those types of things that are going to cause that death. So that's, in my opinion, one of the things that we need to maybe think about as a beginning stage of preparing for over and above what we've already done is stop the bleed and offer that to all the offices in the courthouse and have kits available. And so if something ever happens like that, we can apply the medical need that's going to save your life. And believe me, seconds count. So especially with something like that. So.
And I have to thank Chief Napier, who's back here hiding in the corner. As soon as we had the meeting, I expressed a want for that, and he did come up and bring us the things that we needed for both courts. So thank you, Chief. And if we can tie in some of that security stuff with whatever we're doing with these remedial measures, I think that would be great as well. And I do believe, hi, Ms. Thelma, thank you so much. And if you don't mind, may I approach with no ill intent? And I'll make sure you get a copy of this as well. Absolutely. There you go.
Right there.
Thanks.
Here.
Thank you, ma'am.
Judge, go ahead and give one.
Yes, sir.
Give one to Eric George as well. Oh, good grief.
All right, so I think, did we cover it? All right, then, since we took up so much of your time,
It's all right.
we will step back, but thank you again, always for your consideration.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Want me to take this one?
I'll open them and you guys can read them. That's fine.
So up next on the agenda, we're going to get to 2026 road surfacing project bids. No, we got 15 minutes. I'm sorry. Thanks, Jack.
Like you said, he knows a lot.
We'll hold on with that one for 15 minutes.
Okay.
Auditor Boersma, we'll take you next. Rookie mistake.
I didn't catch it either. Couldn't catch it either.
I hesitate to give this to you guys ahead of time because you'll read it and not listen and pay attention, but I want you to have this, so you got some reading material.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Just so that we're on the same page, just a couple of things that I want to touch base with. Number one is I hope you guys had time to review a little bit of that operational expansion letter that I gave out a couple of weeks back when we were at the council meeting. When I got up to the council and discussed that, the meeting was, my comments were met with great response and question. One of the questions that they wanted to know, if I was to implement this response, how many other counties have done this? And so we reached out to the Indiana Coroners Association and ascertained that other counties that are looking to do or already done this type of expansion and received dozens of responses back, of which 20 counties already require what I listed in that expansion letter. And counties of that population ranged from as few as 12,000 residents to as many as 175,000 residents. We excluded the counties that have 400,000 in residents because they already are mandated by law to do the things that we are looking to do in our own county. In the majority of those counties that returned their survey back to us, the residents lie between 30 and 40,000 in populace. Bearing in mind all the growth and expansion within Jasper County, it's time that the county commissioners move forward and construct a new forensic facility for the coroner's office to maintain the level of integrity of the cases that we are called to investigate. The new center should be nothing less than what was proposed when I proposed this to the committee and the commissioners before, when Mr. DeYoung and Mr. Wallstra sat on the commissioners board. This proposal includes staffing, equipment, building, bringing our office from the past century to the future. If you, the commissioners, are allowing such enormous growth and expansion within Jasper County, it only means that we will continue to increase our caseload. The previous administrations foresaw this and with absolute conditions that this was a need that needed to be met. The past 2 years, we've been met with enormous hesitation, but under the code, IC Code of 36-2-14, it spells out everything that the coroner shall do. Shall meaning that will be done according to law. It also leaves a great area for the county coroner to administrate and protect the populace within the boundaries of Jasper County. That administration and protection also comes from the commissioners, in that you shall support me in the endeavors to protect the residents of Jasper County. I'll leave you with the following calculations, along with what's stapled to the back of this is some drugs that are entering the Midwest that are synthetic and causing a lot of havoc. Also, there are several press releases that were compiled by the Jasper County Sheriff's Department, of which things that we did not see when I was a child or 27 years ago when I came into this office. But I'll leave you a calculation that I have served this county for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days for the last 27 years. With a little more insight in that service began May the 30th of 1999, and to present date, April the 6th, I have served this county for 9,808 days. Service to this county, and I ask that you, the county commissioners, step up to the plate and do the same for the future protection of the citizens of Jasper County. So therefore, gentlemen, I would ask that we would conclude and get started on a new facility as quickly as possible. If you read just the statement from Marion County on the public health department that I included this, the drugs that are showing up in the Midwest are now 10 times more potent than fentanyl. Even if the deputy was to brush against it, that the drug could be on the clothing, it could be deadly to our staff. We do have a staffing problem, which was brought up before because of incidences with workman's comp that was brought up before. But it's time, I think, that I see an increase in the operational expansion. If we do so, I see problems that we're having right now with our county cooler. It's been down and up and down and up. We've had it worked on again. And I think it's time that we move forward. We can't wait till the state steps in and does something, because presently I foresee us spending somewhere between 1.5 and $2 million for a new facility, and staffing to staff that facility. I think if we allow this to continue and the state comes in and does things, as we all know, if they mandate we do something, it'll cost us 7 million instead of 2. So that's all I've got. If you got any questions or you guys want to sit down and discuss the operational things that was handed out earlier, I'd be glad to do that. Other than that, why, take that and read it, and maybe we can come to some consensus in the next meeting.
Thank you, Andy, for your research here. Any questions, guys?
Not at the moment, no. So,
Are we at 9 o'clock?
nope, not yet. We got Auditor Boersma next, and you got about 8 minutes or so, and then we'll cut you off and get back to you.
Don't think I'm going to take 8 minutes unless you guys drag it out. We have a Crowe LLP audit contract, I think,
I've got it right here.
that needs your signatures on just for formalities. They have actually already started for the 2024 and the 2025 audit, which is getting rather intense right now because it's an online instead of coming here in person. But we've talked about that, so we're getting there. The other is the annual financial report that you guys need to sign off on, or at least Reen does anyway. Then there's Dossett consulting contract. Dossett takes our figures every month. They ask for certain ones out of the financials to help us get our 4D back, which is kind of like the child support and that having, we'll get percentages of everybody's between the salaries and the utilities and other things. So we get, because they do what they do, then we get money back from a grant or something. And so that's that. There's a consulting cost allocation plan that he always includes in things, and we're at the end of the contract for a couple of years, and we're at that point now of renewing him again. So that's where we're at with those.
All right. Okay, so we need to sign the Crowe
Audit.
Crowe
Crowe
audit.
audit.
So
No.
what if you guys want to move and make the motion to approve and sign this audit paperwork?
And move to approve the Crowe audit paperwork.
Support.
Motion made by Craig, supported by Ryan. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye. Diana, looking through the Dossett here, it looks to be that there is a total for a 3-year contract of 13.5,
Yeah,
or not to exceed 13.5. And it looks like, okay, so it's 25 information for 26. Okay. Does that went up or stayed the same as what it was before?
pretty much
Together to get
very
this.
similar.
And then we need one of you guys to move, make the motion to allow me to sign on behalf of the commissioners for the Gateway Financial Report. Councilman President Jordan has signed already as well.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Support.
Motion made by Ryan, supported by Craig. Any further discussion? Not all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
All right. The Dossett Consulting.
If I remember correctly, they got somewhere between $70,000 and $80,000 back for us. So a little bit is,
Reimbursement. Yeah.
yeah.
I think it was 74, wasn't it? Something like that. Yeah, 73, 127. Eric, is this something you need to look at, or we've done it before?
Or I'll take another quick look through it, but
I think he just changed the dates and a little bit of the fee.
All right, well, he's looking at that. Are we at 9 o'clock?
Got about 3 minutes.
Longest 10 minutes you've ever seen in there. You just want to break, don't you?
Okay.
Reen, this is Kim
Who-
Grow.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm available if you guys want to go ahead and do my contract for the rebinding preservation of my books.
Yeah, that sounds good. Go ahead and give us a little background.
Okay, so before the last time I had the books done, it was HF Group and Co-File, who the contract is with, just bought them out. So they're very reputable company, and they've already been here. They've given us the quote of what you're signing, will be signing hopefully today. I assume Eric will have to look it over. But if you guys could approve that, I have the money in the budget to pay for them.
Okay, we'll have him review it and then we'll pick it up. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Kim.
Would you pass that over to Eric, please?
Eric.
9 o'clock.
Not yet. We'll do that with the contract. That's a consulting fee. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Are we
All
there?
right, we are at the 9 o'clock mark now, so we can now commence with the pre-paved bid opening.
Let you read it again.
First bid is from Milestone Contractors out of Griffith. Total project cost of $1.744,350. So $1,744,350 is the total bid. Is that the number you needed, Ed? Or do you want the actual asphalt numbers?
That's good.
Okay. This is OC or DC?
DC.
Okay. DC Construction Services, $1,655,568.37.
Do that number again.
$1,655,568.37.
Just didn't pick up the 37 cents.
It makes a difference. And the last one is Town and Country Construction, $1,488,076.
Okay, and now at this time, because this is kind of a unique situation with NDOT, this is actually the October letting, which we were not awarded and other people, but they had a change of heart. And they don't know if there's even going to be funding for this. So we take these under advisement. Eric will look at them, Jake and I, and we cannot award anyone because there might not be any funding.
Sure.
But then the successful one that we do see, we're going to email that to NDOT. Then if they have money, they'll let us know. So after we review all this, we won't award it, but we might use verbiage. This would be the successful bidder if we had the funding, something like that.
Do we not need to accept all bids? Make a motion to accept all bids or not?
Just take it
Just
as advisement.
advisement?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do that.
Is there a timeline on that, Jack, on when you'd know?
Yeah, I don't know when we know, but we know we're gonna, whoever is that we decide here today, we're gonna email that to NDOT yet today.
Okay.
And you have till the May 1st to get this tour. Now, will they let us know in June or July if they have the money now? That I don't know.
Okay.
But we did see a group email and it is sounding encouraging that we might get some money. One part being, they shook loose more money because there were so many complaints, the way they took the 200 mil down to 100 mil, just like that. Okay, so there might be money available because some people did receive money in the October letting. They can't get this. And then other people didn't apply for the October letting because they got it in January like we did. So they're out, but we applied anyway. So we're still in the hunt.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Would one of you gentlemen want to make the motion to take all the bids under advisement?
I will make a motion to take the bids under advisement.
Okay.
Support?
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Up next, planning development, Mary Scheurich.
Okay, I have an ordinance amendment to the height requirement in the I2 and the HI district, which is intense ag and or industrial and high intensity industrial. The height requirement was 60 feet and the Plan Commission made a unanimous recommendation to increase it to 75 feet. It's something that hasn't been looked at in many years and it was brought to our attention that it needed some revision.
Okay.
So sitting in that meeting, to Mary's point, it is an outdated ordinance and it allows Jasper County the opportunity to grow up instead of farther out and increases opportunity for other businesses across Jasper County.
All right. We've seen the recommendation from the Plan Commission. Would one of you gentlemen want to move and make the motion to approve this recommendation as presented?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Right, makes the motion, Craig supports. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
That's approved.
We then have a rezone, which is, we have some land that was zoned in the past out in the county that was zoned I2, which again is high intensity industrial. They were zoned for various different reasons, and for whatever reason, those projects fell through. So it was felt that rather than leaving high intensity industrial zoning districts out there, we would revert them back to the A1. So the Plan Commission, as the applicant, landowners were all notified properly. And there are 4 separate parcels, but they all received unanimous recommendations from the Plan Commission. Would you like me to do them individually, or?
I think we can probably do them as a group, I think, can't we?
I would think.
Yeah. It's all the same
Right,
principle.
correct.
Go ahead. All right, you've heard Mary's presentation, reverting some old unused I2 back to ag to clean up our books. Would one of you gentlemen want to move and make the motion to approve the favorable recommendation from the Jasper County Plan Commission?
I'd move to approve.
Support.
Greg makes the motion, Ryan supports. Any further discussion? Not all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, that's approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Jack, you want to talk to us about ADA and Title VI?
Yes, 88 in Title VI. We must have an approved plan, or we never receive any type of money, even like bridge inspections, bridge work, or whatever. And they're really cracking down on it now with the CCMG application, because they're trying to figure out ways why they don't have to pay because they took the 200 mil down. No, Butler Firm and Seifert, it's helped us. I even researched it, a picture back even since 2013. And it wasn't that big of a deal for many years for certified that slip away because we never have any claims. I think of Indianapolis versus, so it was really lazy daisy act. But now with the NDOT having everybody upgrade them for the CCMG, they're really tightening down. So we need to renew the contract if we could for have Butler Firm and Seifert jump through all these hoops. And there's many more hoops than what there were. And Jake will put together agreement, which we've had going since 2013, 2010. But we wanted it on the agenda because without this and every I dotted and T crossed, we're not going to get CCMG grant money.
Okay.
So, yeah, Jake, he's got an agreement. We can.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Very important.
Morning, everybody.
Okay.
I think you've seen the agreement from past when that was sent. So this is both ADA transition plan, which is, going to deal with your buildings, your infrastructure, which is limited to Jack's point, related to ADA ramps and things along those lines. And what we do is we look at all the work that's been done since the last full update, which is done every 3 years that you do a full update. So this will be a full update. In years prior, it's just a partial update, just making sure contacts and things of that nature are in good order. So that's the ADA transition plan component to that. And then the Title VI component, obviously that's the Civil Rights Acts of 1964 pieces that all need to be in place. This is where there's a little bit more involvement as there has been in past. We've noticed we need to get some things completed on the county's website as well, working maybe with the HR and some other departments across the county in order to make sure all these things are in proper places. Grievance procedures, forms, and so on and so forth all need to be visible. NDOT is doing a closer audit to this. They've now got a staff member assigned. So they're going through one by one. Some of our neighboring counties have already had some compliance notices sent down. They're giving them some time. We have until September of 2026 for the ADA transition plan, and for the Title VI plan, and we have until November of 2026 for the ADA transition plan. NDOT suggesting we get all of those into them by August so that they can review them, provide comments, and then, make any adjustments that might be needed to become in full compliance at the actual due date. So our services would be a total not to exceed of $10,500 to complete all those efforts between now and then.
That seems like a pretty good investment. Would one of you guys want to move and make the motion to approve that agreement? And then after the fact, Jake, please be sure to connect with Sarah from HR and Eric George from Orcam, our IT, which can help make sure things get onto the website.
Will do.
So,
Yeah, good point. That's very important.
yeah, we want it all visible. Yeah.
I'd move to approve the expenditure to BF&S to keep this in line for us.
Support.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Ryan. Any further discussion? Not all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Keep
Thank
us
you, gentlemen.
informed.
Will do.
All right. Okay. Got it. Let's go ahead and sign as well. That way everybody's on there.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
I can speak on that if you'd like to.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
So the next on the agenda is the surveyors mulching and landscaping. After the last meeting, there was some discussion about, and this is basically on the backside of the building by our ADA entrance, about getting that fixed. I didn't see you sneak in here, Vince. I'll let you take this over. I was just trying to. They were able to get some river rock and clean that up back there on their own, so there's no expenditure that's going to be needed there. Vince had his guys take care of that, and I was around there this weekend. It looks pretty nice, so thank you for doing that.
Yeah, the guys were trimming up the hedges. Nice job. Yeah.
Is the front signage, is that our property or is that Farm Bureau property?
The front sign,
Because that, okay,
it's Farm Bureau, and we paid to be able to piggyback on that sign.
okay. Well,
Well, I didn't make that sign, but I did the graphics for it, and but Farm Bureau had a standard design, and they added our section on there.
Okay.
Is what they did.
All right.
Sir.
no, just the river rock and everything up there just looks kind of shoddy.
So that probably needs to be talked to the Farm Bureau guys, I would say.
You know anybody, Ryan?
I'll find
Okay,
a guy.
all right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's too bad everybody's too young to remember the show Green Acres, because, Mr. Haney could work everything out. So You know, Ryan, as a kid, I actually had a hog named, had a hog that was just like the one from Green Acres.
Ray, I'll be honest with you, I've never seen that show.
It was Wilbur.
It was off the air before you were born.
Totally out of the same league.
Just have to look them up.
There we go. Okay. Eric George is up from Arkham. Thank you. You'll have to look it up on Pluto.
Yeah,
Pluto TV, you'll
Got it.
find it. Yeah.
Channel 26 on regular
Yeah,
television.
there you
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
Morning, everybody.
Morning, Eric.
I wanted to start by thanking the commissioners for keeping IT in the loop and including us on some of these things that happen where they tie IT into different things. Seems like more and more we're involved with different initiatives that you guys are going through, and security cameras is a good example of that. So appreciate being included in that so we can make sure that that is a smooth and easy thing that integrates into the IT infrastructure. So thank you. What we were asked to do was look at the existing AV equipment. And so Nick is here from Rat Pack, and he installed this equipment back in, I think it was 2019, 2020. So we came up here a couple Thursdays ago, plugged everything in and looked at everything and made sure it tested out okay. Which of course it's going to work when we're here, right? So when we're not here, what we're trying to do is keep it as simple as possible and lock as many things down. So it's just, plug 2 or 3 things in, push a couple buttons, and it should work. So we have disabled on the laptop any other inputs except for the camera. And so I think that what we're going to, the next step is I want us to put another set of instructions back on the wall behind the AV equipment. And so everybody knows, Cynthia and I worked together this morning, and she seems to have a pretty good understanding of the environment. She was able to get it set up okay. So having said that, there's a couple of other quotes that we were asked to get put together, and one's a 75-inch TV on a cart, and others an 85-inch TV on a cart. So I have both of those quotes, and then we were also asked to get an electronic projector screen and a projector solution put together. So like I said, Nick's here, and him and I have talked about this. Our recommendation would be a 75-inch screen on a cart that you can use for smaller meetings. And again, I think part of that is because an 85-inch TV may be a little bit of a safety hazard on a cart, pushing that around if it falls over. I think a 75-inch may be a little bit easier to negotiate. We also think that it's probably just an easier solution to support and for the users to work on when they're trying to use a TV, a smart TV, as opposed to a projector with electronics that could fail. Those bulbs and those projectors are expensive, and they have a shelf life. So our recommendation is a 75-inch TV on a cart. Another thing that was asked of us was to look at getting a second camera mounted to the wall back here in case there was an issue with the first one. So what the challenge that poses is we would have to put another input board up in the mixer because we need another input for that second camera. It would cause a little bit more complexity when troubleshooting and trying to figure things out. It's about a $2,500 ballpark number to get another camera up there, get a mixer board back there, wire everything in. So what we would propose is for our IT to be here for the next couple meetings, make sure that there's no issues with what's going on right now, make sure you guys are happy with everything. But again, we'll quote whatever you want, put whatever solution in place. Our recommendation right now is us to be here the next couple meetings and then to put a 75-inch TV on a cart. But I'm happy to answer any questions or talk about any of the solutions with you.
I guess my only thing with the TV is, I mean, it sounds the simplest for sure. And Lord knows if I'm using it, I need simple. And just where do we put it when we're not using it? How do we keep it from getting knocked over? The other 20. Yeah.
Is that room available or no? Could we put it in there and wheel it through here? Or is
That room gets used for training for the health department.
Okay.
From time to time, but that's probably a question we could ask for Kate, if that could be because she may be able to use it then, right?
Yeah.
To put her training stuff up on there.
Yeah.
If it's just as simple as tying a laptop into it and it may be beneficial to her too.
Yeah, we use it in our office down in Lafayette, and we cast to it. Windows makes it easy. Just hit the Windows K button. It'll find the TV. As long as it's on the same wireless network that you're connected to, you can cast pretty easy to those TVs anymore.
And how long will the quote be good for that you had given us on the 75-inch?
30 days.
Okay.
And are you including the cart in that quote?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
it's one of the line items in that quote, Greg. And I can send that quote to all three of you if you want me to. And it, you know, if you want to approve, you can digitally sign it. I've got a copy of it if you want it. You guys want a copy of it?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing it. So yeah, I'd like to see it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
That's fine.
You're right.
That's fine.
Look at it. I've got it. I got the email, so it's fine.
Table this one till continuance meeting in April, since it's good for 30 days.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah,
$2,000, I mean, was it 2,000?
compared to what we were looking at for a projector, I think
Yeah,
this is definitely.
To his point, he's
Yeah.
right. The bulbs
Yeah.
are
Right.
very expensive. And it would be flexible. Somebody could actually, if it was a smaller meeting, you could wheel it in front of the
Mhm.
tables here and they could,
Yeah.
they could do what they want.
So when you put that on the cart, is there any way to tie it down to the cart or secure it to the cart so it wouldn't tip?
Bolt down mechanism, some kind
Yeah,
of
something
bracket.
to, so
Absolutely, there's safety straps on it and everything. Example like United Way, they have it in their office. And they've even taken it to their trade shows. They've taken the load up in a pickup truck and everything, so absolutely
Okay.
able to strap down and everything like that.
I mean, I understand the whole cart can flip over, but I mean the TV coming off the cart would be
Yeah.
more of my concern.
And that's when Eric was talking to me about like 85 inch versus 100 inch. The 85 inch I personally put on a cart, which is why there's a different line on it. It is the 85 inch starts to get very top heavy. 75 inches, not only easy to move around, but it's not as top heavy. The 75 inch is unbelievably affordable in 2026. Between Sam's Club and Best Buy, it just depends on the day. That we can get it. Like even versus the big thing with the projector in this room, the throw and competing with the sun and your LED lights, it's a light plume and the radiance of the lights and everything that we all have to compete with. TV, you wouldn't have that issue. You could put it in the corner, but if you had special video, you could bring it up front, everything like that. Eric said something about cast. We've had issues with certain computers not being able to do that. The good thing is with the TV, everybody understands HDMI. As long as we have a hardwired cord, we can leave a specific port open for the 30-foot HDMI wire to plug directly in, and everybody knows how to do that. And we can supply direction for that, so that if the wireless capability or the router was down, the TV would still work.
No.
Good.
And I think that with just a projector and everything like that, then you wouldn't have a smart app either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Today, if we wanted to watch the space mission, we could do that easily with the TV.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Appreciate
All
that.
right, thank you.
We'll let you know.
Okay.
Okay, Craig, are you next on basement? Well, Jack.
So Jack got me a phone number and I reached out to TR Hodges about the basement ceiling that we've been trying to get done. He gave me a tentative date of April 13th to start that project, stating that it would be 10 to 14 business days to get it done. And then once that gets done, we can pursue forward with the remediation of the soil up there, sloping, water barrier from the building out 4 feet, and new sod being put in all the way around the building. But we've got to get that done first. And then there's, the potential of us power washing the building too. So it's very important that he was waiting on the bentonite to show up. It was coming from Wyoming or somewhere. So he wasn't for sure when it was going to get here, but as soon as it did, he was supposed to get in contact with myself or you to give us an idea of when they're going to start. So
And then we need,
yeah, that's
Then once that gets done, we need to get the basin reorganized
Yes.
down there. Yeah.
Yeah, cleaned and, yep.
It's hard to get a business to make something a priority project, but they understand that, after the failure of the first round, we're ready to get this done.
Well, and the fact that, and I did convey to him, they know that we're doing yard restoration and it is key on him getting his portion of it done too first. So, he seemed to understand that and was the only thing holding him back at this point was getting the material in.
Very good.
So,
All right. Then you've also done a lot of research on the outside of the courthouse. And I want to thank you again for doing that, Craig.
yeah, that's a big project. Windows seem to be the biggest piece of that project of getting them, the windows are in good shape. They were surprised how well the storm windows were and, the quality of the windows overall, but we're back in the day, you would glaze a window pane into the frame. They had some sort of a rubber gasket in there when they were new. Well, the UV rays have shrunk that up, made it hard. It's pulled out the corners. The panes are actually loose in the window frame. So what they would do is come in and pull all that out and put a 25-year glazing back in there and reglaze all those windows. There's some side seals that have to be fixed. But if you walk around the courthouse and count windows, there's a lot. And they're not exactly ground level. So it's going to take a lot to do it. And we'll just have to wait till we get the itemized quote on that to see what that's going to cost.
Name of the company you talked to.
Restore it. So Historical Society gave us two, and I'm waiting on them to call me back, two firms that do courthouses and historical buildings. Restored had done Valpo's last year. They're currently in Lebanon doing that one. And it was Steuben County or somewhere else they had just done. They showed us a before and after picture of complete restoration after the windows and cleaning of the building. They're actually able to fix our retention wall concrete or limestone pieces around that too. Waiting on that quote to come with it. And for those of you that work inside the courthouse, they would be able to wash the windows on the way down too. No guarantee against streaking, but they would at least not be dirty. So it'd be the first thing, right? As they get done, they can clean them. So, and they're out of Griffith. The gentleman that actually runs the place is a Lake Village resident, so he's close, and we'll see how it goes, I guess.
Very good.
More to come on that as we get it.
Do we need to talk about any of the other windows from Senior Center or Extension?
I have not pursued either one of those at this point.
Okay. I'll keep that on the agenda.
Yes.
All right, Brian, anything else on that topic?
No, sir.
Okay. Attorney Beaver.
Been making progress on the way to set up an agreement with the Soil and Water District, Conservation District for an MOU of sorts for a new position that would be for 4 days a week as a county employee under the weed board, and then 1 day a week with as a part-time employee with the Soil and Water Conservation District supplying those funds. And the county vehicle will be used during the period of time that the person is a county employee during those 4 days. And so we can, and I have a basic agreement for that particular part, but then part of the purpose of this is also to provide additional scope within what the weed board does, which is to take care of invasive species. And so the townships have a little bit more authority than the weed board does to handle more or less emerging situations, as opposed to what a board could do on bigger policy type things. And so there will be an MOU with the Soil and Water Conservation District that will set out that and this would actually need to be approved by the council first to appropriate funds and define the position, which that can be done this month. I'll have something for them. The commissioners then would turn around and approve that if the council does do that with the defining of the position. But then we would also have an amendment to the ordinance that for the weed board with a standing resolution to accept jurisdiction upon request from any township for any particular situation that needs to be advised. And so that would be basically a form that the townships then could deliver to the weed board on any particular case to handle things. And so what sounds like a very simple MOU is actually, to keep it simple, we'll have a few different offshoots of this. So I will, and I did get very good guidance from Lana Zimmer between the last two meetings, which allowed me to find the tall grass regulations that can be put in place by the county under the zoning powers of the county. And that will be part of this, is to allow this position to have jurisdiction over that. And I know that the intention is to promote awareness, but I think that if the enforcement authority is also included within that, that's easier to sell to the council, that the position will have official powers to be able to take on things. So I will be having something in time for the Soil and Water Conservation District to chew on, and so that there'd be enough time for the council's April meeting to take up the issue.
Jim, did you have any comments regarding it?
Good morning. No, we're good on that. Attorney Beaver contacted us, mainly talked to Lana Zimmer, but we're good on that. We do have two townships that have already voiced their support for us and intention to enter into a contract with us, however it works out. So yeah, we're glad to keep it moving. Again, we have went ahead and, as the weed board, have interviewed, and we feel we're ready to hire somebody. We have her here today if we can go ahead with that. If it doesn't work out this way, the Soil and Water will take her on as a full-time employee till all this paperwork is signed and ironed out, which again wouldn't be using any county funds at all. So what we do kind of need to answer today, though, if we can go ahead and put her on as a county employee, which was our understanding we were going to go ahead and do, but
the council needs to appropriate that, and that hasn't happened.
So you'd have to wait till the council meeting. Steve, is that on your agenda?
We've not printed the agenda yet. We have to there any additional for it. Put it on the agenda.
It sounds like if you want the person to start before the council meeting, you'll have to do some other arrangement
okay.
until that time, if I am understanding correct.
Right. Yeah. There's not a position in county government for that position. So that needs to be created by the council.
We'll just keep her on Soil and Water clock then until such time as this can be ironed out. We can get it on, if that's okay with you guys.
It sounds like there's support from the council, so you can get there.
We brought it to last meeting, and we feel like they were supportive of what we were trying to do. So
okay,
no, okay,
very good. Thank you.
That's all I got.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Yep. Thank you, Jim.
Eric, anything else on your own?
I do have the cash farm lease for the county that's been signed by the tenant. This is the auction that was held October 31st for the 2026 farm lease, which the Hayworth family was the prevailing bidders, and a decent amount of work from then to now to define the acreage, mostly on the airport side. And so it's a 3-year lease, 1-year lease with the tenant option to extend, and it's the same terms of the lease as we've always had, and except for the difference this time being that the bidding was done, instead of a closed bid, it was done by an auction. And so I have those for signature by the commissioners.
Thank you, sir.
Mhm.
We don't need to reapprove, do we? Because we already are, do we need to?
I think it's worth approving, but it's already pursuant to the auction that was done, which identified the bidder and the per acre rate. So I think a motion would be appropriate.
Are we in agreement now with the FSA office on the acreage and the airport on the acreage of each? I know it's a cut up kind of mess, but everybody's on the same page now.
Yeah, so I did a whole lot of work with the FSA with maps that reflected the transactions from 2025, where Cirrus Solutions and the Airport Authority switched land, and the Airport Authority is also working with the tenant to have the tenant give official reports, and the Airport Authority wanted me just to sign and say, here's the reports and here's the acreage. And I said, that's not my job. I'm not a party here. And so I've had a good conversation with Avery Walker, the Airport Authority attorney. And so they will have reports to the FSA that are supplied with acreage reports from the tenant that will be put together this year. So that will resolve it.
Okay. Well, I know that's what took so long to get it worked out this time, was trying to figure out that exact acreage. So.
Yeah, and the benefit, we also had new GIS pictures that were more clear, and so supplying those to the FSA, they learned that there was a pond on one of the properties, and were able to map out and reduce the acreage in that regard. So
good.
All right, well, you guys want to move and make the motion to approve us to sign the
I'd move to approve the 2026 county-owned property for farm lease.
Support.
Supported by Ryan. For the discussion. All in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
And then a suggestion that's been brought to me since the last meeting and for me to bring to the commissioners is a proposal for an ordinance to reduce the speed limit in the area north and east of the Schaefer Generating Station. Reduce that posted limit down to 35 miles per hour, starting from 49 at 1500 north going east to 180 east, and then on 180 east south to 1450 north, and then from there on 1450 north going east over to 300 east, and then on 300 east between 1450 and 1350 north. If the commissioners favor the idea, then I can draft up a notice to have that published for a public hearing to be held during the next commissioners meeting, with an ordinance to be considered after the public hearing on the May 4th meeting.
Okay. What do you guys want to move and make the motion? Present for the public hearing for the May 4th meeting.
I would move to present for the May 4th meeting.
Support.
Moved and seconded for a public hearing for these proposed speed changes. Any further discussion? Not all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Seemed like something was. Okay. All right, that's approved for the public hearing.
Okay, and then also I have an ordinance that would amend the commitments that were given by the developer in the February 2nd, 2026 commissioners meeting, which which rezoned the 3 different parcels, I believe it was, with the NIPSCO owned properties. One of those parcels with a proposal for a data center by a developer, and there were 9 different enumerated commitments of the developer that the commissioners had required as a condition for the rezone to be approved, and those were approved by the developer. And we've got 2 situations since then. One is the increase in the I-2 maximum structure height from 60 to 75 feet. There was a commitment, number 9, that kept the developer at a 60-foot height. And now the commissioners have decided that as a general proposition for I-2 zoning, that the primary height should be 75 feet as opposed to 60 feet as far as the maximum height goes. So this would be to keep the this parcel in line with the standard for the I-2 rather than to have the standard be under the old standard. Now another commitment was number 7, that provided that there would be an agreement negotiated and approved by the developer that would be for a community enhancement agreement with several benefits for the county, and that would be required to be done within 90 days of the approval of the ordinance. The 90-day period, actually, the 90th day is Sunday, May 2nd, or Sunday, May 3rd, which is the day before the commissioners meeting on Monday. There have been discussions with the developer, and the concern that the developer has is the even if we were to extend this out by 30 days or so, that 30 days would get us to June 2nd, and they would actually ask to have the deadline to the commissioners meeting of July. And so even though we're on target, nobody wants to come back and extend because the parties have been making good progress in their discussions. And so this would be an amendment of commitment number 7 to make the deadline July 6, 2026, which is the date of the commissioners' July monthly meeting.
Yes.
And since we don't have anything finalized today, as it stands, there would have to be a special meeting before the May commissioners meeting, and in order to reach it or to affect any agreement in that regard. So this is just
And I think we initiated the extension here as well because we see there's a number of details that we need to continue to research and don't want to artificially put pressure to make a decision that we haven't fully had a chance to vet. So that makes sense to do that. You've heard Attorney Beaver's analysis and discussion of these commitments that we initiated. We initiated these changes. Would one of you want to move and make the motion to approve the amendments to these commitments as presented?
Those negotiations are going smoothly enough, though.
Yes,
Conversations with lawyers and
yes, there's very good progress being made, and there's a lot to discuss, and so we're making good progress, and nobody on either side is wanting to delay things. The developer is under pressure with the demand environment to they are definitely not slowing things down or putting up any roadblocks at this point.
Ring, you've been part of those discussions, I think, from time to time.
Yes.
How do you foresee them going? I mean, is this July 6th date?
I believe it'll get done sooner than that, but I wanted to make sure that have the opportunity to capture maximum benefit for the county. And so as we're getting into the those discussions, I've been meeting with a couple of the councilmen as well. So they're involved in this process. I believe we're getting closer to arriving at details that will be beneficial to the county.
This extra timeline then would also afford you gentlemen who've been in these conversations the time to disseminate this to the respective boards, commissioners, or council.
Yes.
So we can review it, make sure that everybody.
Plenty of time for you guys to get to the
doesn't see any
details.
holes in it or,
Yes.
yeah, bring any questions up.
Yes.
I think with that being the situation, I mean, we're all aware of the height, what the height does for us. The height change from a cooling standpoint with air. It allows for a better cooling transition there and less need for any water to be used for being cooled. I would make a motion to approve the 2 changes to the commitment that were put forth in front of us.
Okay. Motion made by Craig. Do I have a second? Support. Supported by Ryan. Any further discussion? Not all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, those are approved. Eric, do you have any other details for us? Any other topics?
That's all I have.
I'm sorry.
Okay, next up, Kendra Herod from Animal Control. Is she here or is she online? By chance? I know we had gotten a letter from her.
Yeah.
You guys want to touch on any of those topics?
Yeah, I think she conveyed to us at the last animal control meeting. The friends of the animal shelter have been very, very, very good to them as far as donations over the time. There's a few things they need to improve out there. One of them was obviously the dumpster, which has been addressed. But what they currently do when they go on calls, they're using their cell phones to try to video everything at a residency while trying to do everything else with one hand. And then I believe they worked with the sheriff and Chief Napier on prices for chest cams that they can use when they get to those situations. So they have both free hands to handle the situation and protect themselves and be able to navigate in and out of places. All they're looking for us, as I took it, was the permission to use their funding from the Friends of the Shelter to make these purchases that they're looking to get done. One was the dumpster for $950, and I don't see. Oh, yep. Their radios and cameras look to be somewhere around that. I think we're totaling up somewhere about $7,000, $8,000.
Yeah.
So, that being said, I would support Kendra to get that stuff if you're open to a motion.
Yeah, and it'll then have to go to the council for appropriation, but
Correct.
I will say you made a valiant effort to try to save the dumpster.
I
And
did.
it was too far
past
gone.
that point of saving.
Too far gone.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty tough.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. With that, are you making a
I
motion?
would make a motion
Okay.
to approve her seeking a council support to use those funds to.
Craig makes a motion.
Make
Do
a
we have a second? Support. Supported by Ryan. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
All right. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, Ed, you're up. Highway.
This is Slater. I'll let him give the presentation.
Sign that.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. I'm going to try to share my screen here, so hopefully this works on here. Still saying I'm disabled. Yeah. Well, I'll work on that. Have a informational handout.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah. Still says disabled.
Eric, you want to come? You're here. You want to give us a?
Later. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Very good. Awesome. Yep. Perfect. That'll work. Awesome. Thanks for having me. Slater Rush with Violytics. So just really here to kind of give a high level overview of the system in general. So Violytics essentially is a fully automated AI road management system that, I've had a meeting with Ed on to kind of discuss the potential benefits that it can provide to the county. Just a little bit of background in general. We have about a third of the counties in the state alone utilizing the system and utilizing it for all of their road management processes and highway operations, along with another 25 to 30 cities and towns in Indiana alone. So really historically to date, most counties and municipalities have been really manually doing all of this in-house in terms of their PASER ratings, asset inventories, all of that, or contracting it out altogether as well for it to be manually done. And so, Violytics is a system that enables the county to still do everything in-house, but in a more frequent and ongoing basis, but in a more automated fashion as well. So instead of just manually driving all the roads with just visual eyesight, assigning PASER rating scores and essentially having just a one-time report back and submitting that for community crossings and CCMG. This is a system that enables the county to do all of this in-house, literally just using iPhones mounted on any county highway vehicle or municipal vehicle. So you can mount multiple phones at once, running simultaneously throughout the county. What the software is doing automatically is it's taking still photos just while they're driving. So it's all geo-referenced, already knows what segment of road you're on at that particular date and time. And then our AI algorithms are automatically identifying all of these surface level pavement distresses, inventorying, looking at conditions of street signs, manholes, storm drains, pavement marking, striping, all of that being done simultaneously, and then uploading into an actual web system and a management system where the highway department, anybody within the county, commissioners, anybody that would need access to that could view that data, be able to pull up live image data, look at any particular road and the condition of it at that date and time. So this is kind of a quick video. Hopefully this will play, just showing you what our AI algorithm's actually doing just while you're driving along. Sorry, it's a little laggy on the screen as I'm sharing it, but it's automatically, again, picking up all of the surface level pavement distresses, several assets as well, like street signs and the conditions of those. I'll show you what this actually looks like in the web system that the county would have access to as well. But all of that is happening simultaneously just by mounting an iPhone and just starting the application and just driving. We also don't cap the county on how much data that they can collect. So instead of paying for just a one-time assessment, this is something that you can do ongoing. Several counties now have been able to do more assessments frequently throughout the year to be able to identify issues earlier on in the cycle. A fall time inspection right after construction and projects are completed, and then another one in the springtime to see kind of what freeze-thaw is done and being able to see conditions of the roadway immediately as they're being addressed. The other thing, I'll slide. It'll let me switch this window. So this is what that data will actually upload into. So it's a full live system where you can hop in, see your PASER ratings in real time. We can see condition over the past, however many years you've been utilizing the system. So we can click into any particular road segment, see our actual PASER rating on that segment by segment basis, see what's actually causing that PASER rating as well. And then we get a real live updated image view as well, just as we're traveling along. So in that report, you're getting live image data every single time that we're collecting those assessments. So we can actually view any of the images, what that PASER rating actually is, and we can drill down and filter all this data as well. So we could say, things instead of just, looking at just a color coded map or just where all of our PASER ratings are, I can narrow all this data down. You view really easily on the map where, all of our worst segments of road are. So I can say, show me all my PASER 3s and below where reconstruction projects are going to be more needed. And then I can also filter by damage class as well. So if I wanted to, I'll make this map a little bit cleaner. I can filter and say things like, show me every single pothole within the county. And then it'll automatically identify, pull up every single pothole that's within the county. So we can, view these on the map. That'll pull up. We can see that on the right-hand side there. And then I can immediately create an operational work order directly off of this issue. So now it's actually allowing us to make, these ratings and the data that we're collecting immediately actionable. So we're addressing these issues earlier on in the cycle and immediately creating work orders and a documentation system for all maintenance that's being done within the county as well. So you can directly create that work order off of there. We can customize categories, keep track of all the maintenance, and all of those work orders are kept track of in the system as well. We can view all of these on the map, prioritize them, see, run specific historical logs of work that's been completed in the past. So I can run reports for, the county and say, show me every work order that's been completed within this last month. So we can see this county's completed 301 work orders within the last month. And now we have a full documentation system to show everything that's been completed with before and after photos, who completed it. We can add in cost, assign them to assets, all of that information in there as well. So historically, we'll keep track of all of this in here. So it's not, filed in a filing cabinet or just on paper. So we can refer back to any of these, especially for any liability purposes. We'll have that documentation in here as well, showing all of that. And then we can also keep track of all your budgeting, planning, road work that's being done within the county, along with any other assets that you're managing within the county as well. So we have all the bridges, culverts inventoried in here, work that's been completed on all of those historically. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we're automatically identifying several of those assets like street signs, pavement marking, striping. This is automatically also being done just by simply mounting a phone and driving and collecting that image. And then we can even filter for issues with those signs if they're faded, sticker, graffitied, hidden by shrub, trees. And again, that's where, really the prioritization of the maintenance comes into play. So we can identify, stop signs, for example, that have tree limbs covering them that may be a safety concern and immediately create work orders directly off of these. So wanted to be diligent of time. Obviously, there's a ton that I could get into on a very technical basis here, but yeah, like I said, several counties throughout the state alone utilizing us for all of their highway operations, PASER ratings on a continuous basis, and then exporting that data and submitting to LTAP for CCMG. Happy to answer questions or get into any specifics.
Well, I'll put you in a tough spot here real quick. So we have a firm that does a lot of this for us. Is the data ours or is it yours?
Sure.
Can we use that to interact with a vendor that we already use for this?
Absolutely. Yeah. So that wouldn't affect anything. This just really affects the process of how the data is collected and what you get out of it. You're getting, obviously a lot more in terms of the data and being able to utilize it more and actually make those things actionable and keeping that in here as a system. But, you can still have any firm do your CCMG submittals, whatever process you want to have for that.
Yeah.
We have several counties that do that, today,
Okay.
still today. Yeah.
But you could also then share that data, say if there was a detour, we go out, map the road, come back and look at it when the detour is over 3 weeks later and see what damage was actually done.
Yeah, several
That's what I
counties
like
have had
about
a
it.
lot of success with that. Just
Right.
continuous ongoing, documentation of issues. If an unofficial detour takes place, being able to rate those roads every 2 weeks and be able to track the degradation of it over time, and identify those issues as they're happening and have the, true defensible data to show that as well over time.
Or any kind of mapping we've had to do. We've had some issues with that. So that's what I like about it.
Okay.
I'd
Now,
like
can you
to make
use-
a comment.
Sure, go ahead.
We have heard of this before. USI has been here and brought this to us before. If this can be very helpful with Ed or us in any way, but there has been some organizations that have purchased this, paid for it, and LTAP does not really recognize us to get our CCMG grant money, and they went away from it and went back to the old-fashioned way. So we've got to do a lot of research before we purchase this, unless it really helps Ed, and it's helpful for Ed.
Yeah, I didn't know if AI, you could use that for Phaser ratings.
All 30 of our counties that have used it, several cities and municipalities have used it all for their CCMG submittal. LTAP has also recently recommended us and referred us to an organization that's looking to use us for Payser ratings, along with 2 other companies that are also in the AI space for this, for Payser ratings and asset management. So we have not been told or otherwise has been declined in terms of it being utilized for CCMG submittal.
Okay.
You currently have this in White County, correct?
Yep, White County, Marshall County, several in the area, Cass County as well.
Yeah, I've spoken with White County a while back, but they've since changed superintendent, so I haven't really got back to see.
I was just curious if you talked to any of the commissioners over there about it.
Yeah, Commissioner Smolik talked about it when they were bringing in transformers into the county here recently, and Commissioner Pass and I have talked about it too. They seem to be fairly happy with it.
Okay.
This is a 3-year contract, right?
Yeah, I just provided a proposal just so you at least had an idea on general cost in terms of the annual fee. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to look at this one.
Yeah, we definitely need to digest this. Any questions, Ryan or Greg? Any other questions? Go ahead, Jack.
What's the contract? 3 years.
Yeah, 130,000 for 3 years. So
I think it's about 43 a year. I think.
Yeah, 44,000 rounded up a year. Then you got equipment, you're $5,000 on equipment. So
yeah, so that'll include like 4 phones, so you can mount 4 phones simultaneously on multiple vehicles, gathering that data. So you can put them in multiple parts of the county, gathering it on an ongoing basis there. So you're always getting that updated imagery, really, whenever you want to, run any particular assessments. But that also gets you all the asset management. You're getting a full work order management operating system in there as well. The ability to import all of your assets in there. So we can also have all of your culverts, bridges, small structures inventoried in there. That way they can be pulled up and, really from anywhere, from a mobile phone, even if, a citizen calls in about a culvert that, has an issue, anybody in the highway department could literally pull it up on a mobile application, be able to find that culvert and immediately create a work order for it and send somebody out there to go look at it as well. So it'll come with all of that in the system as well.
Vince, would this be beneficial to you guys at all?
Yeah, haven't first I've ever heard of it. I'd like to look into this.
Your mic's not on, Vince.
You guys do stuff for surveyors also.
We have, that actually has been a big topic of discussion because you can utilize the mobile app while you're out in the field to inventory any asset. So in terms of inventorying any of them, you can.
We do everything in-house. I've got guys out collecting data all the time. So, I don't think that, to pull something in outside would kind of take away some of the stuff that we're doing, I think.
What are you what data are you collecting? I guess
we've got every one of the culverts inventoried, sizes, years they were put in, what type of shape they're in.
Sure.
Which way they're flowing, shooting grade on all of those,
section corners.
Yeah. Section corners, different things along those lines, but
yeah, which we could pull that wouldn't necessarily take away from you guys gathering the data in that sense. Like for this county, for example, they already had that data in their GIS already as well. We just took a shapefile of it, imported into our system. And then now, like, for example, this bridge that's up on the screen here, like it pulled over all the information that they already had collected on it, like properties, county ID, links, year it was built, condition it's in, but now we can keep track of the work that's being done on it after the fact with the work order management system. So now we can, just create a work order directly off of a bridge that maybe, needs work done. We can upload bridge inspections, all of that stuff on there
And
too.
that's what I think you mentioned you already had a company that was doing all those inspections. Would this take that over or?
No, in terms of like bridge inspections, absolutely not. But we could upload like the PDF report that they provide back to the highway department for that bridge inspection. We could then actually just attach that report onto the asset itself and then mark when it got, as a work order, we can mark when it got inspected, all that detailed information.
Yeah, just kind of everything in one place to asset management and.
Okay. All right. Any other questions?
I have none.
Okay, I'm sure
Thank you.
we'll look into it and we'll
Absolutely.
be getting back.
Happy to answer any questions.
All
Absolutely.
right. Thank you. Eric, did you have a chance to look at those two contracts? We looked Dossett Consulting and the one for co-file for Kim, the recorder.
Just about to look at those right now.
Okay, all right. Well, let us know when you're to that point. Okay, community corrections. We need about a bond. Is that Stace? Do we have anybody about that or not?
On the paperwork here, but.
Oh, sorry. Okay. You just needed approval from us, Stace, on this?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a bond for committee corrections, new position, $100. One of you guys want to move and make the motion to approve that as presented?
Make a motion to approve.
Support.
Motion made by Ryan, supported by Craig. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
All right, that's approved. Okay, Mark Gurley is here from Indiana Department of Veterans Affairs. Welcome. Sorry.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yes, I'm Mark Worley. I'm a district level veteran service officer with the Indiana Department of Veterans Affairs. I'm here this morning to present the first of two biannual reports that the IDVA is now required to present to all county executives throughout the state. So we're going out to each county twice a year, making a report. This being the first one. My goal today is just to introduce you to the service officer accreditation standards that were finalized by the Indiana Veterans Affairs Commission back in December last year. These are all changes that came about through the Senate Enrolled Act 433 that was passed by the 2025 Indiana General Assembly. These make changes to Indiana Code 10-17-1. And just as a brief overview, these standards are just sort of codifying the best practices that we've developed over the last nearly 10 years that the district service officer program has been in place, as well as the actual accreditation from the Indiana Department of Veterans Affairs that has been in place for quite a few years now. This just allows us to impose is not the right word, but maintain quality standards. Our goal is to sort of unify the interaction with Hoosier veterans that they receive when they interact with any veteran service officer in any county in the state. The standards themselves touch on topics such as technology, information reporting, access to both state and federal information systems, as well as the training and testing requirements that we maintain and require all county veteran service officers who are in receipt of an IDVA accreditation to attend. I will say here in Jasper, you've got two very good veteran service officers. One, Pat Donnelly, I know has been there since before I was a veteran service officer about a decade ago, before some of the other things that I've done in the meantime. And then Tim Flynn is also a very knowledgeable and respected VSO throughout the state at this point.
That's good. I was going to ask what your review was of our guys. So that's good to know.
Yeah. Great guys. I've really enjoyed working with them over the last 2 years that I've been in this particular position myself.
Okay.
These standards, like I said, Tim and Pat already have their personal identification card that is required to access the federal VA systems. We specifically require that so that they can get to the VA's Veterans Benefit Management System, which maintains individual electronic files for each veteran that is in receipt of benefits from the federal VA. That lets them have the most up-to-date information possible when dealing with a veteran, as far as what the veteran has filed for previously, their current status of benefits, what if any disability ratings they've received, and the compensation they're getting for that. And that can inform decisions pertaining to what strategies might need to be employed for any particular veteran to get their benefits that they may have earned and be eligible for, but not have filed for and are in receipt of. So that just maximizes their connection to the benefits that have been earned. Also, as part of our what we're working on to increase the quality of service throughout the state, is requiring each service officer to access and update information in our claims management system. It's a piece of software called Vetrospect, provided by a company called Tyler Technologies. Currently, the state pays for one user account per county, and then counties like yours with an additional service officer do pay for the user account for that service officer. And if you were to add additional on top of that, there are several counties that have 3 or more service officers. The state pays for one account, the county pays for all the additional accounts. Cost around there has been in the $500 to $600 range lately per user per year. And finally, at the back of this, the standards document is just a quick overview on what happens should a county veteran service officer find themselves outside of compliance with these standards. There are remediation steps that would take place. The process, should it be necessary to revoke an accreditation, does take a full 90 days from start to finish. So it gives us plenty of time our goal is, rather than to revoke an accreditation, use that time to get a service officer back into compliance standards, because we don't have the authority to do anything disciplinarily to one of your employees, and so we don't want to have to be in a position where we say an individual doesn't have the ability to represent claims, but yet remains on a county payroll. Happy to answer any questions you guys might have.
I have none. Does every county have a veteran service officer, or is there counties that are sharing them now?
As far as I'm aware, there aren't any that are sharing one. There's a few counties that have expressed an interest in working that out amongst themselves. But as of right now, and there is a mechanism to do that in the state law now, but it's not anything that the IDVA is facilitating, and I haven't gotten any updates on which counties are exploring that option right now.
Thank you.
Does a veteran have to go to the county that he lives in for an officer, or can he go?
That is not a requirement.
Okay.
And it's not something that we touch on in these standards.
Okay.
There is at least one county that has implemented a policy where they prefer not to, or they encourage veterans to utilize the service officer in their county rather than come from outside their county to receive service. And that's part of what we hope to rectify, because we were finding in some portions of the states, that some veterans were going to other counties because they perceived that the quality of service they would receive was higher than in their own home county. And that's really what we're hoping to resolve with these standards.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Mark. Keep up good work. All right, next up, Stephen, is it Dean? Jasper County resident, let's talk about some noise issues. So please come state your name and your address, and I once again apologize.
That's fine.
For my voice.
First of all, my name is Stephen Dean. Not used to this, so bear with me a little bit, and appreciate the opportunity to present my story. So everybody can hear me. I live by Dunn's Bridge, if anybody's familiar with that area up there on Kankakee River, and have been a resident for 15 years there. And usually pretty tolerant of many things, talk with the neighbors, try to get along with everybody. In the fall of 2025, we had some loud sounds from an abandoned property, which I know Mary is familiar with. It's one of the nastiest, most blightful places I have ever seen. Needs cleaned up. Got 2 abandoned houses that are full of mold, animals. The property itself is disgusting. Garbage, just stuff everywhere. But that's something I know Mary is trying to handle, which I appreciate. So in the fall 2025, we started to hear a bunch of loud sounds from that abandoned property, periodically, with vehicles racing back and forth on the property onto the public street. And we have to keep in mind that is a public street, and into the farmer's field. So notice that these riding mowers also were running back and forth with the mufflers off and the engines rebuilt and souped up. And so after a while, and we live about 100 yards away from that property at least. So a lot of disturbing sounds coming from there, and, I try to ignore it and thinking, well, maybe it's only temporary. This moved on into 2026. About 6 weeks ago, started hearing loud vibrating bass sounds. And the curiosity got the best of me, so I decided to take a drive down in my car to see what was going on. And there's this young 16-year-old fella down there, and he came up and he spoke with me, and we had a nice conversation. He wasn't yelling, or I always learned that in the past, if you have an issue with a neighbor, the best thing to do is to actually try to reconcile, talk with them, maybe come to some type of compromise. So I introduced myself. He told me his name and stuff, and was telling me about his interest in rebuilding mower engines. And so after a conversation, I asked him politely if he wouldn't mind turning down the noise from his vehicle. It's, if anybody in here would hear it, it's so disturbing. It just rattles your brain. And, so I said, because we live at least 100 yards away, I said we had our windows closed, our TV on, and I said, I could almost feel and hear the vibration. That's how loud it is. Well, his reply is, I'm working on a louder one, but I haven't installed it yet. Okay, so I didn't know how to take that. But in the meantime, I have spoken with them 3 different times, each time to no avail, to where I said, if you could at least tone it down a little bit, I would appreciate that. No response. It just keeps going on and on and on. So on the 29th of March, I heard it again. I went down to one of the neighbors' houses that lives next to this abandoned property. The young man had pulled his vehicle up within about 25 feet of this gentleman's house. I'm trying to talk with him in his breezeway, and the sound was so loud it was rattling his windows, and we could hardly talk to each other. I mean, it is very, very disturbing. So after he had pulled his vehicle up, somebody had called the police department. One of the officers showed up, and I noticed that eventually he went over and talked to the young man, and all of a sudden you heard no noise at all. About 3 or 4 minutes after the officer left, it started all over again. I had found out later that the officer had also talked to his mother. Now, I don't know the details of the conversations. Again, this happens over and over every time the young man comes out. That particular day, that noise had out of his vehicle continued until 7:45 p.m. in the evening. I've talked to all the neighbors, or most of the neighbors around there. Everybody is annoyed by it. They don't know what to do. The police, sheriff's department has come out there many times, and they claim that their hands are tied because our county has no noise ordinance. And I understand that to a point, because people, there's different noises that bother them. They would gripe about all kinds of things. But so I looked up some things. The state of Indiana has what they call nuisance laws, which applies to every county in the state. Nuisance behavior refers to unreasonable, continuous, or unlawful actions that interfere with another person's peace, comfort, or enjoyment of their property. Examples include excessive noise, barking dogs, loud music, severe property neglect, and harassing behavior. These behaviors are considered actionable when unreasonable and continuous rather than minor annoyances. And again, he does this every time he comes out now. My wife has gotten to the point, she's so annoyed with it. She says, I've had enough. I'm ready to get out of here and leave. There's 2 residences east of us, probably 1/8 of a mile down the road, that have put for sale signs up on their houses. One of them is empty. They left. Another one's still for sale. They're in there. Other people that I've talked to are considering possibly moving, selling their homes. So I had contacted the sheriff's department and talked with them. Again, they said their hands are tied. Talked to the prosecutor's office. They can't proceed with anything unless they get a report from the sheriff's department, but that report requires that somebody be charged with something. Building and planning, which Mary is the head of that. is looking into the blight of the property at this point. Talked to the auditor's office. I didn't talk to you in particular, but they suggested that they referred me to the commissioner's office, which referred me to come to this committee meeting. So here I am. Trying to wrap this up, but per the officer, that says, you know, they can't make a report to the prosecutor's office unless said person is charged with something. Everything has a case number to it, but not a report to the prosecutor's office. It seems like everyone's hands are tied at this point except the person causing the problem. So my contention on this is, it looks to me like we can use the nuisance laws in this case. I don't know who would be able to do that. It's something that's ongoing. Another issue is if somebody wants to sell their property in there, and let's say there's a prospect that gets brought there by the one trying to sell it, but let's say somebody says, yeah, I'm interested in your house and your property. However, what's all that noise over there? They might say, I don't want to live here, having to deal with that. If this young man, when school lets out and he comes out there every day and does this, I don't know what the end to this is going to be. I have no clue. I don't, you know, I'm frustrated. The neighbors are frustrated. We're at the point we really don't know what to do. It's like we're hitting a brick wall.
So is the noise extreme bass coming from a stereo in a vehicle?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And he's doing it now on purpose. He'll come out and he just sits in it, opens the doors. You know, like I said, you can hear the vibration. I'm over 100 yards away. I have two neighbors to my west that are further, and they hear it. And again, they're frustrated. They don't know what to do about it. And that's why I'm here. That's why I wanted to present it to the committee, see what action can be taken. But my contention is it needs to stop now, not, you know, because all I keep getting is, well, we can't do anything because we don't have a noise ordinance. So I don't know. I don't know what we can do.
So Eric, if there is a nuisance law at the state level, can that be invoked from the sheriff's department or the prosecutor to invoke that?
I'm looking at that right now. Indiana Code 3236 is the chapter that defines nuisance actions under state law. And I'm opening the tab right now for section 7, persons who may bring the action. There's always a distinction between a public nuisance and a private nuisance. And public nuisance is one that involves the use of land in a way that interferes with public health and safety, as opposed to a private nuisance, which is just annoying the neighbors who are next door. And noise often falls into that category, although there's also criminal liability for a person's behavior that's disorderly conduct. And it seemed to be that he's getting pretty close to that as well. So I'll have more to report momentarily.
Okay. Just a sec, Mr. Mayor, how do you guys handle it within city limits?
We have a specific noise ordinance that I wrote probably around 2010. What states the times that it's allowed to be a certain level, and then it's also measured by decibels. But then again, there's a number of times too where, as Attorney Beaver mentioned, it will fit the disorderly conduct probably statute more than any other one, especially after numerous times being asked to turn it down. So they want to see if that's probably the best way to go at it.
It seems to me it's more of the behavior of an individual as opposed to the use of land. But at the same time, the statute does provide that the persons who may bring an action does provide that a person whose property is injuriously affected or personal enjoyment is lessened by the nuisance can bring an action. So that means any one of you and your neighbors can sue the property owner and this kid. And that would be the closest point in line. But then there is the attorney representing the county can bring a civil action. And it does say that a county, city, or town that brings a successful action under the section to abate or enjoin a nuisance is entitled to recover reasonable attorney's fees incurred in bringing the action. Now, there's no need for the county to have an ordinance to do this. It's a state law that already authorizes the enforcement.
So does that mean, in essence, the next step would be a letter from the county on behalf of the situation, expressing what the code is, and that if they fail to comply, that if an action is brought against them, they'll be liable for the legal expense as well.
Mary, have you taken that action yet from your department?
We have written numerous letters on this property over the last several years, trying to get them to clean it up. Not on the noise, but on the property.
Marion, without interjecting, I didn't
Go
get the
ahead.
address at the beginning of the conversation. Where, I've got GIS pulled up now. Where is this?
3840 East, 1425 North. A person by the name of Robert Watson owns the property. He's an elderly gentleman. So when we get phone calls, they're from the daughter. And I assume this to be one of her sons, because at one point in time, she told us she was the only one that could possibly clean it up, and she had 4 children and was busy. I think they would go out, they would do just enough that, you know, we'd back away a little bit thinking they're making progress, but we're to the point now where we've had discussions in our unsafe building meeting and with the nuisance board and to move forward with it. So she called the office a week ago, making a request to move a camper out there so that they'd have somewhere to stay while they clean it up. But that's against county code, and she's been informed of such. So one of the buildings out there I took a picture of, well, I took pictures of both, but the one, you can actually see through it. So it's in, I mean, it's not repairable by any stretch.
Good.
It sounds to me that there's a few different ways or things that need to be done. One is certainly with the buildings, but that doesn't change the conduct of this person who's maybe even a juvenile of age and is certainly not the property owner.
Well, he's 16 years old. And to me, the responsible person in that would be the parents in that situation. So one of my neighbors said he had spoken with her one time, first time she hung up on him. The other time she talked to him, and she said, my son can do whatever he wants out there. He can make as much noise as he wants because there's no noise ordinance up between 7 and 10 o'clock. And I really don't care. And anybody that calls the police or anything, they can all go to hell. So this is the kind of attitude of people that we're dealing with sometimes. Like I said, there's no compromise. There's no like, well, hey, you know, apologies, sorry, didn't know it was disturbing you. Now that she knows and he knows, it's constant. It's every time he comes out there. It could be after school, on the weekends, whatever. I've made many notations. I know there's several people have called the sheriff's department, and again, to no avail. And I know they're frustrated with it. You know, you hate to bug them all the time, but it's one of those things. Where do you go? You just keep hitting a brick wall. And again, you know, if it happened to anybody in here, I'm telling you, it would drive you insane. You know, I'm one of those people, I'm pretty tolerant with many, many things, but for me to have to research all of this, to have to come down there and ask the committee, I'm not a person that begs, but I'm pleading with you, please do something as soon as you can. That's what I'm asking.
It seems to me that a petition for juvenile delinquency would be the way to go, because if you're alleging in court that a underage child is committing acts that are criminal if committed by an adult, that's what juvenile delinquency is. And but I don't. That's outside of my jurisdiction. What I do, a nuisance action against the landowner may be helpful, but I don't know if that's targeted to the cause. I can get in touch with the prosecutor's office and
How could official notice of potential juvenile delinquency be passed along so that they'll look into it? Sorry. Bad enough as it is.
And
so I guess, would you have a conversation with the prosecutor to look into these details?
I can, and those matters are confidential under state law. So no comment from anybody doesn't mean that nothing's happening.
Yeah.
But I understand the concern, definitely.
Got it. Okay.
One other thing I want to add, there are people in there that work shift work. And you imagine trying to sleep during the day and this is rumbles going on, and you can hear it in the whole neighborhood. It's
I think we've all heard what extreme base sounds like.
Yeah. And
I understand.
But again, for the young man to say, oh, I'm working on a louder one and he's going to put in there. I mean, I think his intention is to just make everybody miserable there. Yeah. And so anyway, that's pretty much all I have, unless anybody had a question. It's hard to sleep. I wake up 4:30 in the morning and the first thing pops in my head, was he going to show up today? And we got to put up with this. So,
I would say continue your connection with Mary.
Okay.
She'll pass along whatever's appropriate as more information comes along.
Okay.
We appreciate you taking the time to.
Well, and I appreciate y'all listening to, because like I said, it could be a serious matter for anybody, and especially when, that's our residence. I have no other place to go. And, it's bothered a lot of us enough to where it's like, I got to try to do something about it. So, okay. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
I think there's a collective solution. We just can't say it.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have the Tower Clock Company. This is the company has been used previously.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
This is just a renewal?
Yeah, I believe so. I think last time it was $800, wasn't it? So it's going up a little bit.
Not as much as everything else is.
Yeah. So yeah, I would, Jack, isn't this company we've used before? I know they're from Ohio, Tower Clock Company. Yeah. 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 Do you have any, if you guys don't have any questions, I'd ask one of you guys to move and make the motion to approve the maintenance agreement.
This is for the one on the courthouse, right?
Yes. Yeah. Got a question?
Well, I know Charlie does his best to keep that clock on time, and it's never on time. I know every time I call and ask, he'll have it fixed that day, and he does a great job of getting it done. But maybe it's time we actually get them in here to service it and make it set right for a while, because I come to Rensselaer, and that's one of the first things I notice. I can hit the railroad tracks and see it's off. So yeah, that's my only comment.
I would say, why don't we have Charlie make the appointment, because I've never actually been up there and I'd like to see the workings myself. And maybe we could be there when the guy comes to do the maintenance so that we can actually ask the questions. Well, I know it is, but I know there are. I just haven't seen them personally. But to your point, would be a good idea maybe if we could address that concern.
Yeah, just figure out what we need to do differently to make this last longer than a week.
Yeah,
like I said, Charlie does a great job. Every time somebody gets a call, I know, Craig, you've taken calls last year. I've taken some calls, and I'm from Demont, and people calling me saying, why is the clock off? No, he's done an outstanding job keeping up with it, but it doesn't seem to hold time very well.
All right. Well, let's
I'd move to approve the $900 contract for the annual maintenance contract with Tower Clock Company.
To support.
Motion made by Craig, supported by Ryan, with the addition that we'd like to be present when the guy comes.
Sure.
I want to see Craig climb up there too. So
yeah. Any further discussion? Not all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
All right, that's approved.
Oh, I could jump in here though real quick, but you do go up Spiral Tower and it's a little shaky and there's number 9 wire. We really need to fabricate a welding up there where it would bolt to a beam and that, because that spiral staircase. It's like.
That sounds like a good job for an engineer.
Did you build it, Jack? Helps with the balance, helps the balance better.
It does need to be addressed.
Yeah. All right. All right, next up, Jack, I think,
Metro?
yeah. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, I can. So Metro Communications Company is up for a waiver to allow a fiber optic cable installation by plowing.
Yes. I'm John Lawyer. I work for Metro. We've been out there trying to work. Like, you guys don't allow plowing in your county. We've been trying to trench. The soil's so sandy. We're making like a 6 to 8 inch wide trench and it's filling in. So we're having to make a lot bigger of a trench just to lay our 1 inch pipe in. And we didn't know if we could get maybe plowing and do a legal bond with you guys. Something like that, a legal agreement for the lifetime of our fiber. If we do hit a field tile, we'll come back and fix it. Like, I've been there for 14 years and we go back and fix the field tiles. We skip all the roads anyways, all the driveways, yards, all the nice mowed areas. And we've actually found places out there where other companies have plowed. There's a Mercury Fiber that we found that they've plowed a lot out there in the area that we're working. And we've actually hit a Nyco fiber line and they brought a plow out and they said, oh, it's fine. We're just gonna go ahead and plow it in. So like, there's other people out there plowing. We're just trying to figure out a way to maybe do it because we have roughly about 50 miles in your guys' county to do in between, I think, 6 cell towers.
Historically, we've not, yeah, it's all been directional bore open cut.
Yeah.
We told Mercury not to plow.
Yeah,
Right.
we've run them off of plowing a couple times. We don't even let our current RMC with Brightspeed plow. So my opinion is that we wouldn't allow plowing to start now at this point either.
All right. That's all. We just didn't know. It's a big pain, not really for us, just it's going to make all the Verizon towers get pushed back. So the 4 and 5G internets and all that stuff is going to have a big effect in the area until that gets done.
Yeah. Are you guys directional boring any of that stuff?
Yeah, we're trying to trench it, but like, we'll run into real bad sand veins and it's just.
Where roughly are you working at?
South out of Demont.
Okay.
Go down south, and I think there's 4 towers there. Then we have one over by Pleasant Ridge that we just did, but we
don't have to worry about sand there.
Yeah, there's rock over there. we bored all that. That one was fine. It's just the big problem is all the stuff south of Demont is real sandy, and it's a real hard on the boring machines and everything. And then the plow blade would be a lot smoother and mess up a lot less of an area. So
yeah, we had some issues 10, 15 years ago with a fiber that was plowed into coming into town. No problems. It went in, everything was fine. That next spring, we got a pretty substantial rain over about a week and we had the state highway flooded and everything flooded and they were gone and there we sat and ended up being quite a mess. So plowing is just the easiest thing for us to stay away from.
All right. So that'll work then. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Jack, why did they deviate? Is that the reason they deviated away from plowing years ago, or what's the history on that?
Yeah, the theory was, I mean, a lot of people do it. If you're knifing it and you hit like an old clay tap, you might not even know it and you go on through. But if you open trench it, then you'd maybe see like the clay come up. But a lot of people still knife, and if you at the open trench, you see the clay, that doesn't mean that people stop there and fix it. They just keep on moving on. And you can hit it when you bore. Now, we don't let them knife, and 99% of it now, they just bored. Nobody really open trench it anymore. But to say that we don't knife because you could hit something and not know it, that still happens. They can hit it with open trench and just keep going. And they can hit it when they bore and just keep going. They know they hit it.
Generally, they just bore deeper than where commonly our tile are around here, right?
So, yeah, years and years ago it come up, but we won't hide.
Yeah.
I understand.
All right.
And
Thank
years
you.
and years ago, it was probably all knifing. They didn't even think about boring it back then.
Yeah.
You know? The old fashioned, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks,
Next up, Kathy Jordan, talking about Globe Life Family Heritage.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Thank you for a little bit of time this morning, and I'll be pretty brief. I'm not. But my name is Kathy Jordan. I'm here to represent Globe Life Family Heritage. I'm here to request approval to offer supplemental insurance to county employees. As healthcare costs and unexpected personal expenses continue to rise, supplemental coverage can provide an extra layer of coverage to employees. I know there's other options of supplemental out there, but something that we stand out a little bit from the other competitors that we see. We find the need. We see the need that a lot of people understand the financial impact going through a serious health event, but not always do they have a backup plan if it actually happened to them or family member. There's no cost to the county and no payroll deduction. We can make that an option when going through, like working with cities and other counties. They do prefer a payroll deduction. If we want to go that direction, we can. If not, it's just me talking to the people. They pay it individually. No administrative cost or help.
Sorry, you might want to go to the front of the building. Well, that's a first. Sorry for that.
You're good. It just gives the employees another option. Like I said, there's other companies out there. Being local is the biggest one that I found. I work with the city of Rensselaer, DeMott, Wheatfield, their employees. The biggest thing I hear from them is that I'm local. They get my cell phone number. They can call or text if they have any question, need to change their policies. But the biggest reason people go with Family Heritage is we have a return of premium. So if they do not need these benefits policies, they get their money refunded 100% back in 25 years. So not here to sell anybody extra insurance, but just making an option if it fits their budget. And if I can put them in a better financial situation, would love the opportunity to do that.
So are you asking to be able to visit with employees during the workday, or are you just going to do it on your own after hours?
Yeah, prefer I would get a hold of like the heads of each department, set whatever day works best for them. Usually it takes about 5 minutes of an employee. If it's for them, great. If it's not, it's no big deal. Just to go to each division is kind of like what I did with the city. Got a hold of them. They told me what works best for them. And that's when I came in, whether it be really early before they start or after during lunch, after they sit around, just a one-on-one individual, because not all plan fits everybody. And then if it's something for them, we can get them covered. And the biggest thing is no payroll deduction. A lot of people like that because there's absolutely nothing you guys need to do is just let them know that it is available. And then again, would come out and just talk to them. They pay for it out of their own bank accounts. But if payroll deduction is something that makes more sense, I can definitely get with HR and make that super simple for them as well. I promise.
Do you have any literature for this that you could potentially put out to the department heads to see what the interest is? So,
yeah, I get that a lot. I get a lot that people are like, oh, we've gone through like different, like Aflac is the biggest, obviously, competitor. It just makes more sense if I could just sit down with them. I do have literature, but it's going to just sit on the table and no one's really going to probably read it. But if I could just explain, kind of find out what's it look like if you can't come to work for the next 6 weeks, 6 months without a paycheck, what your backup plan would be. And just kind of bring that into them. And if they're like, oh, I'm good, then that's fine. Just cross their name off. I'm not here pushing, oversell anybody, anything. Just there's a lot of people that don't have a return of premium can set up a savings account for their future.
I was just thinking from the standpoint of if you had it all the departments and everybody had a chance to look at it, then maybe we could set something up in the commissioner's room at 3:45 one day, and anybody that was interested could go there, right, and make an appointment. You know what I mean, and kind of do it as a mass deal.
It does work that way, but not a lot of people aren't going to come running over to me. It's not something anybody really wants to talk about. how I typically do it, like with the city, just went to like whichever department and just sat down in their break room. They came in during their breaks, during lunch. I just kind of sit there with the hours that make sense and just talk to them individually. If that's an option, that's what I prefer to do, is just to get a hold of like each department, make a day, sit there. If they come talk to me, great. If they don't, bringing them literature usually won't work. I mean, sometimes it does, but you know,
I was just saying that from the standpoint of getting interest of who would be interested to come.
Yeah, I mean, and
you
if
know.
nobody's interested, that's totally fine. It just gives them an option to let them know, because a lot of people don't know something like this exists with that return of premium, that they'll get that money back.
Yeah.
Because I think Aflac has been through the county. And there's a lot of other companies that come through. But I guess the biggest thing is just being local. They'll get my cell phone number, which isn't always great, but they'll give me a call if they need to change their policy, file a claim. I'm at least local.
Yeah.
It's the biggest thing, because a lot of them have told me that the last thing they want to do, battling cancer or something, is find their agent.
Right.
Well, I would say, why don't you coordinate with our HR, Sarah Vendrunen, right there?
Okay.
And you can work to set up an appointment maybe with department heads to find out what the interest would be.
Okay.
And then that way it's scheduled with our HR, so it's least interruptive to each department. So
Yep. Perfect.
that way, if people choose to do it on their own, that's fine. I don't know if we want to add other payroll options to what's already a very loaded system. I
Yeah,
would say.
and that's what makes this simple. They can just pay for it themselves.
But if employees want to have a look at it, coordinate it with Sarah, so that way she knows what activity's going on, I would say.
Okay.
Yep.
Does that
Yeah,
sound
no,
right?
that's
Good?
good.
Yes,
That's
okay.
helpful.
Yeah.
All right,
And-
appreciate it.
And
Thank
there
you
she
so
is
much.
right there, so you can talk to her. So
Okay, thank
very
you.
good. Thanks, Kathy.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right, next. You want to do the next one?
Curbsy, Kelly Bauer, is she online? I don't see her in the room.
It is.
No.
Ed, kind of second place, is this the new lady in charge?
It very well
She,
could be.
she's been around,
For sure.
she's been around community services for some time. I've seen her at many of the meetings. I don't know if she's online or not. She's not here.
It's basically just to allow curbsy public transit agencies to operate public transit in Jasper County. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, no, the terms looks like they've changed.
So I think it's just to let us know they're operating and we give approval of it.
State of Indiana County, cities and towns, state. Period 11.
And I think with that being the case,
Yeah.
one of you guys want to move and make the motion to approve?
I'd move to approve the ratification of the agreement to allow Curbsy to provide community transportation.
Community transport,
Okay.
support.
Craig makes the motion, supported by Ryan. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
All right, it's approved.
Up next, Jasper Newton Foundation, Brianne Hooker, Wheatfield Tornado Recovery.
Feel my first 2 minutes to Karen Wilson.
That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Miss Wilson, come on up.
Hello. Okay, I was just asked to give a quick update from the tornado and where things stand right now. So we all know it happened on March 10th. It was a Tuesday evening about 7:30. It happened, the National Weather Service came out the next morning, did a tracking of it in Jasper County. It was at 1200 West, just south of 1200 North, came through that area, lifted up before it got to DeMott. That was one tornado. The second tornado started out on the west side of Wheatfield, out in a cornfield, went through the 1100 North area, both sides of 49, then skipped on over to Teft area and did some tree damage in Teft. One house completely lost its roof in Teft. A barn at the Sands Farm was demolished. And the equipment was still left in the shed, but the tin and the metal and everything was gone. So National Weather Service came and did their assessment the next day. They decided that it was an EF1. In Newton County, it was a 3. But the catch for Jasper County was that they said the winds were roughly 110 miles an hour, and at like 112 miles an hour, it's bumped up to the next category, which would have been an EF2. So we're borderline in there. So that was done. The two of the families stayed at the dairy at the Fairfield Inn at a reduced rate. The other families all went with family and friends. Most of those were from 1100 North area. One family's house just had one person in it. She went and stayed with a brother. Anyway, so of the properties, roughly 25 were determined to be destroyed. There was like 45 to 50 of them that were affected overall. And roughly 20 to 25 were determined to be destroyed. The majority of the rest were determined major, and there was a few that were just determined as affected. So nobody was killed, thankfully. There was a couple of minor injuries, cuts, bruises. Those 2 people went to the hospital, got treated, and were released. So thereafter, we set up a Red Cross Disaster Center at the Wheatfield Town Hall. The individuals needed to go on their own. It was over a week's period of time, do an intake with Red Cross, and they were given debit cards based on their situation, how many in the house, and that kind of thing. And, how much, if they had insurance, if they didn't have insurance, each individual's situation. Those debit cards were used for immediate needs, clothing, hotel, food. The amount of damage, they mostly lost everything. So, anyway, so the people are still with family and friends. Every one of them that I know that have insurance has filed their claims. Some of them are back to normal. One roof was replaced, back to normal, living back in the house. The rest are not. So Indiana Department of Homeland Security has came up here 3 times now. They've done damage assessments, which once those are done, it puts us in line for the governor to ask for a state declaration, and you all signed the declaration locally the day after. So the governor was in Lake Village, did a flyover at Jasper County. Jasper County has now been determined to be in line for state disaster assistance dollars, which also SBA has been here one day last week with the state. SBA is now going to become involved too. And I have told them that we'll set up at the Wheatfield Town Hall. I've checked with all those people. They're all good with that. Mainly Deborah Norbergers, who I spoke to set up SBA where the people again can come in, ask for, I need XYZ done for underinsured or uninsured people, because there are some that are uninsured. Their homes were paid for. They didn't have to carry homeowners insurance, whatever. Anyway, so SBA will be coming probably in the next week or 2, maybe 3, to set up. Again, the people come in, do the intake, and then that's between them and SBA, but it qualifies them for low interest rate loans. So 2, 3, 4% loans. And then there's stipulations with the SBA about how that can be used and all that kind of thing. So that's where it's at right this minute. There has been a ton of tree damage as well. County Highway was great helping with that. NIPSCO was tremendous in that their environmental team came and damaged a lot of their solar panels, solar fields, and the debris was in the ditches. And NIPSCO went above and beyond in coordinating with their environmental team to, provide volunteers and equipment, trucks, people, backhoes. We had 2 volunteer days, March 14th and 21st. We organized one of those days at KV High School. They were great in letting us set up there, taking volunteers do sign-in sheets. People were great about taking different assignments and going to different locations to cover as much as possible on those days. They set up at the Wheatfield Town Hall for donations, and they had a ton of donations. And then the issue became that there wasn't really too many takers. So they dispersed some of that stuff to the crisis center and places like that as well. Offered some of it to Lake Village, but Lake Village had a ton of stuff too, so they didn't want to receive any. Anyway, right now where the whole situation is at is that, and I'm waiting for information probably in the next couple of days. We have been approved for the SBA, I've told you that, and we are setting up the disaster location loan outreach center, which will be at the Wheatfield Town Hall. And that's a volunteer thing. If people don't want to do it or ask for it, they don't have to. And the state rep that I'm working with said he will have an SBA fact sheet out after their meeting, which is supposed to be tomorrow morning. So I should know more about what SBA can do, won't do, will do, and things like that, which I can share. And lastly, I just want to thank everybody because it's been tremendous. And I'll give a plug to the commissioners. All three of them were out there on their own time with their own equipment, their own machinery, helping, donating all of their time. County Highway, NIPSCO, NDOT was tremendous too. They came out for a whole day, cleared up, or 2 days actually, cleared up things on 49. And all the volunteers, I was told by the state for the situation we were in that it was the most seamless out of all that they've dealt with as far as volunteers and organization and being able to get along and achieve as much as quickly as happened. So I from my position anyway, I can't thank everybody enough for everything that they've done. And you know, the recovery won't be quick. I mean, it really is going to depend a lot on their homeowners insurance and if they choose to rebuild and things or get it fixed. But that's where it's at for today. And then I wanted to say that NIPSCO is also working with Brianne Hooker, and that's where we're at with that. And so she thought I should speak first, so I did.
Thank you, Karen.
Okay, you're welcome.
We appreciate you being there.
Okay,
Absolutely.
thank you.
Just to tag on with Karen, anybody that had major damage like that on their properties, get with the assessor's office because there's a program for a year forgiveness on taxes wise on major damage like that.
Absolutely.
So work with the assessor's office.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve.
I did forget to mention that I gave the list to Mary and Dawn of the affected houses. So both of their offices have that information.
First of all, can I go on the clock tower tour also?
Sure. I'll let you
know. $5 a step.
Yeah. I'll let you know.
I don't know if I can make it on a wobbly staircase. I might just wait from the bottom. Okay. A couple of things before, just really quickly. Soil and Water is working on their weed board position. JNF was able to do a community grant with them for part of that position, as well as some funding annually from the Jack Nesbitt Environmental Fund. So Jack was one of our founding fathers, in fact, the founding attorney for the foundation. So just kind of full circle moment, I guess, if you wanted that for history purposes.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. Karen answered a bunch of questions I had. I guess I'm looking for some direction here. I've been given the addresses for the 25 families from the township trustee. I know that Red Cross did some intake. Here's the problem. Not a problem. Community very generously donated some funds, but I have $9,300 sitting at the foundation. And if you divide that by 25, that's $372 per family. What I'm trying to figure out is the best way that the funds that were donated can be utilized. And the Red Cross isn't doing any more assistance as far as like tiering damage and what's going to make the biggest difference there. So I can work directly with the town. I'm kind of just looking for some help here because we we've had one phone call into United Way. The person's looking for help with their $5,000 deductible to get started. So that's $5,000. And then I only have $4,300 left. So I'm just, if you understand my conundrum here, like how do we help the people that need help in a real way? For those additional things. We did purchase $1,500 worth of gift cards that very first Friday, took them to town hall to be distributed for, places that sell gas and some food items and clothing items right there along 10, just so families could have some emergency,
Right.
things that they might need. So, I'm not here to ask you for money, but if you wanted to throw some at it, that would be great too. But just trying to figure out the best way to utilize $9,300 for the families that were affected in Wheatfield. Specifically.
I don't know if there's any one solution for everybody, right? Everybody's needs going to be different. That'd be tough. Yeah.
My next thing is to go, there's a meeting in April 15th, David Myers, kind of talk about debriefing with those emergency responders and kind of talk through that. And maybe there'll be, and I'll call Debbie and talk with the town directly, maybe the town board, but I just wanted you all to know what was generously donated. Some of that funding came from NIPSCO. Some of that funding came from our friends at the Greater Fort Wayne Community Foundation, have an emergency grant, and they called and said they wanted to send funding to support their community foundation neighbors across the state. So it's been really great to see the support from our friends. But
did either one of did the foundation from Fort Wayne, how have they distributed funds like this? Did they give you any ideas of?
Well, so Lake Village Community is setting up a long-term recovery group where they're actually going to case manage with volunteers each family through the next steps to make sure that they're getting that volunteer group together. We have some of the funds from Lake Village donated. The banks also collected a bunch of money, so we're going to work hand in hand with the county to make sure that we're affecting every family. But there's tens of thousands of dollars that have been donated in Lake Village because of the level of devastation that was there. But they are putting essentially a co-ad together. It's going to take a minute, but getting with their EMA director and then it's a couple of volunteers in the community that are retired that are going to help kind of manage that group going forward. That's what I've been told so far.
Does it make sense to? I mean, I know Don, the assessor, sent them out, and I think Mary's talked to them too. But those 25 homes you're talking about, does it make sense to? We have addresses to them, right? Does it make sense to send them a questionnaire?
It could.
There's funding here that's got your name on it. How would it best affect your situation today, right?
It could. I just know that some of the families that registered with the Red Cross asked to not have their information be shared. So I don't want to, and I don't know I haven't seen that list. So I don't want to step on those toes either. Of people that are registered their damage, they're good.
And
they
there
got
might be
it
some
covered.
that are just responding, I don't need anything, right? Now your funding for other families increases.
You said you got a debrief with Mr. Myers, April.
April. Yeah, I was graciously invited on the 15th to chat with them.
Yes.
Okay.
I would say wait till then and bring it up to that group as a whole. And
Sure.
I think you're going to get a better idea from a local perspective.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting a broad perspective here, but as far as a local impact and perspective, that would be a great place to start with that,
Sure.
in my
Okay.
opinion.
Yeah. No, that sounds good. And then I guess just to put the plug in, if anybody else feels compelled to donate, on our website, if you click the green Give Now button, those Lake Village and Wheatfield donation funds pop up right away. So, but yeah, I will do that. So thank you.
Can I just say that April 15th meeting is mainly for the responders and the town board and things like that. It's not so much for the homeowners or affected properties. It's, a discussion of what went well, what went poorly, what can we do differently, what do we do from here, that kind of thing. It's an open meeting, 6 to 8 p.m. I mean, if a homeowner wants to come, we're not saying they cannot, but it's not really geared towards specific homeowner property issues.
Right. But as far as from a leadership perspective in that immediate area, I think it'd be a good time to bring that conversation to light.
Okay. Thank you for all that information. Appreciate that. Mayor, you've waited a long time. Apologize to had to wait so long. You want to talk to us about the farmers market agreement and the trail?
Actually, I was going to thank you for having us come up last. So appreciate that. We plan to be here for the next meeting too. So we were more than happy to wait. We had Attorney Salmon's draft a farmers market agreement between the city and county. Obviously, the building itself will be on county property. So we want to spell out who's going to pay for the insurance. The city will pick up all the utilities. The park department will then also take over as scheduling for it. And then there's just a number of other things that we want to make sure we had it on plan. I don't know if Attorney Beavers had time to look at it yet, but if you do and you have some recommendations on changes, please let us know.
Sure. I looked at it during the meeting actually, and so we can get some details worked out with Todd. I saw that you want to start in with a bid in a couple weeks, if maybe next week. And I see no problem with commissioners giving approval to move forward with the city's bid so that that process can move forward as we work some of these things out. I am curious, there is a park, there's Halleck Park, and which is I think just a bench and maybe some grass, and between the parking lot and Harrison Street. And I don't know if that had that dedication that took place probably 40 years ago, if that has any effect on the plan.
Yeah, we've tried to do some research on the park itself, and then our park department has some ideas on some landscaping that we'd like to do in conjunction with the development of the farmers market. We can't seem to find anybody in the past that has a connection with that dedication. But I think even the commissioners we've talked about in the past that we'd like to leave specifically the Halleck sign and a number of other trees that are there that we'd like to leave and continue to develop that little park area.
Okay, yeah, because I'll see if we have anything recorded or something in the history on that parcel.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing is what we're calling the fairgrounds footpath. There was also agreement that was sent to Mr. Beaver's office from Attorney Salmons. Also wanted the commissioners to review. I know we've met a couple of times to talk about what we'd like to see from this. Again, I think this is an urgent need on a public safety side of things to get things going. And it could also help us with some development down the road. We've changed the scope after some nice discussions with the commissioners. Thank you. But I do like the idea of it. We also just need to figure out, and I don't know if Attorney Beaver needs to do this or if you guys do, where you want that to go. So we can cross Airport Road there, and then you have the farm field that's there. Do you want to run it up just north of there? And then I'd like to get Fair Board input also on exactly where they want it to cross into there. If we do that, again, it's going to split up your farm ground there. But I think that might be the best way to go engineering wise when we look at that. So a couple of things like that we got to yet work out, but for the most part, it does spell out that we'll pick up and share the cost for the engineering and construction of the project. And Steve, go ahead. Was that you? I'm sorry. Thought I heard somebody's voice there. I'm hearing things. And where was that? And the Fair Board itself is going to tell us exactly where they want to go. It looks like there's an opening in the gate that the fairgrounds has for a fire hydrant that would be strictly straight across from community corrections, that we'd allow that type of crossing that we're going to build for their
fire lane. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks pretty good there, but again, I'd like to get some more input from there. I think we're ready though to explain the city's security and on the security cameras and also the lighting for it. The city electric side of things will pick that up. Hopefully we're going to find some solar that we'll be able to use in that location. So we're not sure if it's the higher lights for security or if it's the ones that are on the ground level. But we'll have to figure out the security and the lighting for that trail.
Mayor, on another subject about the trail that Ed and I talked about the other day, do you know if there's anywhere in the city where there's the old bicycle racks? You know, it used to be on Main Street. You could put your bicycle in it, chain it to it. Is there any of those around?
we found a number of different things in our park department when we've gone through some of our older buildings. So we can look for some of those. Would you?
I think it would be a good thing to have there at the entrance from the fairgrounds to 114, a bike rack there where bikes could go. People then could come from community corrections, ride their bike to work or a bike to work. Or even someone who's working in town that wants to go out there for lunch and ride a bike, they could put it there on Saturday and go out there every day and unlock their bike and go.
I'm aware of a circuit court judge, and I had an agreement to try to do that in the past, and it just didn't work out as well as both of us would have liked. But we can definitely address that in the future. It does sound like a nice idea.
Okay, well, Eric, you're gonna have those agreements coming, so review those when you get a chance for us so we can move forward on these projects.
Todd did bring the sidewalk notion to me, and his thought was not to have a full-blown interlocal agreement because it's a one-time deal, and the city is looking mostly just for a financial contribution from the county. And I had suggested to him that a simple cost-sharing agreement would be appropriate, since this is all within the city's jurisdiction, and the county would be given a contribution, but it would not be an ongoing board or some sort of governance that would require cooperation beyond the installation of the new facility.
Okay. Stace, can you also get us a quote at some point of what it'll cost us to ensure that farmers market pavilion? Okay. Yeah, kind of let us know, as that'll be kind of our part of the partnership. Okay.
Last one, if I could.
Go ahead.
Mr. Beaver, I don't know if you had a chance to take a look at the interlocal agreement on the TIF district on the west side. That's the only one we're kind of waiting for. We have had a couple of interests already talk to us about that location. So I assume if that's where the commissioners still want to go in that direction, we probably should get moving on that one too.
That's in my inbox.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate it. Eric, while we still have you, can we circle back and get this Dossett Consulting taken care of?
Yes, that's good.
It's good to go.
So is the co-file by the recorder.
Okay.
And the Crowe agreement is that the State Board of Accounts audit, or is that?
Yes.
Okay, so then
Yes.
this is basically the State Board of Accounts outsourcing their audit services.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well,
Okay.
I'm not going to inject that.
Yeah. No, we don't need to do that. Okay, so Dossett Consulting, would one of you guys want to move and make the motion to approve that contract as presented?
I'll make a motion to approve the Dossett contract.
All right, motion made by Ryan. Do I have a second?
Support.
Supported by Craig. Any further discussion? Not all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Same for the co-file contract for the recorder preservation of those books.
I make a motion to approve.
Support.
Motion has been made and supported by Craig, supported by Ryan. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
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 That's approved. Sign that one. Pass that along with that. Wait, maybe this is the one that. Okay, here's the actual signature page. Sorry.
A trial run.
Trial run. Yeah, exactly. All right. What's that?
Other business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Next thing is other business. With that being said, I do have something here I was asked to read and get on public record and let everybody know about. So this year's this is the year United States of America celebrates a milestone. It'll be 250 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. In an attempt to bring the county together, there will be a Jasper County 250 celebration the weekend of July 4th. The event will begin on Friday night with recognition of General Milroy held at the Milroy Park. Following that will be a golf cart parade to Brookside Park. And then the Brookside Church will have their fireworks display on Friday night. Saturday's events will include a 5K, a Boston Tea Party, a Paul Revere Pony Express run for the kids, old tractors displayed. There'll be an antique car drive-in, 5 to 6 performances on stage. There'll be a local group having a fish fry dinner out there for Saturday night. There will also be a parade, and ending the night will be a fireworks show. There is also camping available at the fairgrounds that week with full hookups or primitive, however you want to do it. There is a monetary value to that. I believe is $25 a night. There'll be multiple different games out there, bag tournaments, potentially a horseshoe tournament, lots of different activities out there. I know our airport's looking at having the antique fly-in. They're trying to organize that now too. And we have reached out to DeMott, Remington, multiple is involved in this too. And we feel we're going to actually visit with them again on Wednesday night about this. So City of Rensselaer has been key in this part of it too, and trying to join together and make things that commonly happen on the 4th of July happen the day before so that this celebration can take place. So Tammy Culp is the chairperson on this operation. Herself, myself, Mayor Phillips, any of the other commissioners, Jason Armold, any of us can be reached out to give you more information about it if you want to help participate in it. If your business or a club wants to sponsor an activity such as a horseshoe throwing event or something like that, get a hold of one of us and we'll make sure we have space for you and a time slot, and you're more than welcome to do that. So the whole theme behind this was started as obviously the celebration of the 250th year and keeping it family oriented and family affordable for those families of a large amount. So I know that's a tough thing to do in 2026 when we're looking at close to $5 gasoline, but for that day, we're going to make our attempt to definitely do that. So just wanted to get that out there for everybody.
Thank you, Craig. Ryan, anything else from you?
No, sir. Nothing from me.
Anyone around the tables? Any other business before I make it open to anyone else?
Oh, I got a lot.
Well, then make it happen.
Okay, let's start with the 4 permits. All fiber optic, naturally, the READ situation, MCC network did work. Rather large one, basically McCoysburg Road. Yes. Another fiscal FISHEL team. I don't know if we did that with them before, but we might. And they're coming in from Stark County, interesting, into our county, our 1350 north, drop down on 500 east, over to 1300, on 1300, and then up 300 east. That's the road where they're doing NIPSCO, probably data collection thing. That's that one. And the other 2 are smaller ones. QC Communications, just east of 231 on 700 South, very small little project. And the last one is a small project too that we use Brightspeed, and it's what was it? 400 north and 1100 west, a real small project also.
Okay, so are you recommending we approve all these as presented? Okay. All right, so we have the first one along McCoysburg Road, 39,013 feet. As recommended by County Engineer Jack Adderlin, do I have a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve.
Support. Ryan makes the motion. Craig supports. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, the other one is official, Kankakee Township. He just talked about it. One of you guys want to move and make the motion to approve that one?
I move to approve.
Support.
Motion made by Craig, supported by Ryan. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Good news is Craig runs the drainage board meeting next.
You get a little break.
Yeah. Okay, next one is the Bright Speed. Also as presented by Jack, he recommends approval.
Make a motion to approve.
Support.
Motion made by Ryan, supported by Craig. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
It's approved. Finally, QC Communications. Same situation. Jack makes the recommendation to approve.
Make a motion to approve.
Support.
Motion made by Craig, supported by Ryan. Any further discussion? Not all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
It's approved. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready to go again.
All right.
So I'm going to ask Jake to come up. We do have some agreements, things that we're working on. For one, we'll start out with a bridge inspection. Federal funded, must do. It's always a 4-year contract deal, but there's 2 phases, phase 1, phase 2, and we're need to sign the agreement with phase 2.
That's right.
Say something.
All right. Say something. All right. So this is supplemental agreement number 1 to our 4-year contract for a countywide bridge inspection. The reason for it is a change in the program. There's now additional information that's required to be compliant with the bridge inspection requirements. I can go through them if you'd like. They would be in a copy of that agreement that we sent to you a couple weeks ago. So this supplemental agreement would carry forward into phase 2. There's 126 bridges that this applies to, and the total amount of the increase is not to exceed $33,642. This is federally funded. You might have seen the response from Sherry Streeter at NDOT that has reviewed our supplement and recommended approval thereof.
Okay. Any questions for Jake?
At this time.
All right. Well, if one of you guys want to move and make the motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion made by Ryan, supported by Craig. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
That is approved.
Thank you.
And let's go again. Jake, take it from there. We have 2 other agreements. One we call Plan Development Assistance and Comprehensive Safety Action Plan. Go.
Okay. The Comprehensive Safety Action Plan, probably remember this from some time ago. We pursued federal funds to acquire the grant, successfully acquired the grant. The agreement has been executed between Federal Highway and the county. Butler, Fairman, and Seifert was selected through an RFP process to provide a county-wide safety analysis for all road users. So that would include vehicular, pedestrian users throughout the county, including NDOT owned facilities. Essentially, this will be in coordination with CURPSI as well, who's got similar grant funding, but is only looking at a smaller number of locations within the county, I think 2. This will supplement that much more robustly and include a systematic safety analysis of various intersections. We've talked about a lot of these projects in the past related to I-65 detouring and, you name it. So all those will come into this document, as well as you might say a matrix of projects with prioritization that then you'll be able to use to make long-term capital improvement planning, whether that be local funded or funds through federal or state means. The completion of this plan does give you the opportunity to seek funds through the federal program SS4A for actual implementation of the projects. So the plan is the first part, after which you can get 80% federal funds for individual projects to be completed.
And even though it's been some time, this is all follow-up work that we're doing because it takes a long time to get this grant money, SS4A, and this is as we proceed with it.
Right. Okay. Very good. You guys want to move and make the motion to approve that agreement for them?
I move to approve.
Support.
Craig makes the motion. Ryan supports. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. That is approved.
Thank you again. And lastly would be general engineering services agreement for the planning and development assistance. This is broadly related to ongoing development in the county, providing technical review assistance for various plans, whether that be in the stormwater nature, traffic nature, coordination with NDOT. Some of that's been ongoing already. This is an hourly not to exceed contract of $88,500, depending upon how much is necessary. The intent of this would be reimbursement. Maybe you need to work with Attorney Beaver on this for some of the language that might need to occur in some of the documents moving forward with developers. The scope's really generally pretty open on this. It's any engineering or technical assistance related to anything necessary on the project on the front end as it moves through approval processes.
Okay, so that's retaining them for the services he just described, for the needs described as well. Either one of you guys want to move and make the motion to approve?
Make the motion to approve.
Ryan makes the motion. Do we have a second?
Support.
Supported by Craig. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Any other business, Jack?
Yeah, a quickie here. Kind of a two-part thing, and we're still in the early stages, but I think Jake is working on something with Vince and the Drainage Board code update. And we are working on updating our right-of-way application. We've kind of reduced it. We've looked at Hamilton County and some of this overlaps. So what he's doing with it, this is all gonna fit perfect. As they're doing that, we'll get ours done, kill two birds with one stone. We'll talk about that more in Drainage Board.
Craig, you get to head up that discussion.
Good.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Jake.
Thank you, Jake. All right, any other comment for the commissioners meeting, either in person or online?
Reen, this is Kim. I just want to make sure my co-file got approved.
Indeed it did.
Okay, thank you very much.
Mr. Street.
Can't get enough of these meetings, huh?
Love them. Well, thank you and good day. I'm Don Street, the superintendent at Kankakee Valley School Corporation. Two items I'd like to thank you about, give you some information. One, I'd like to thank you for considering in the future for reducing speed limits in the KV school district. So thank you for that. In regard to the tornado, I'd like to thank everyone for their support of the students that we serve and the people in the Kankakee Valley School District. First, Craig and Sheriff Williamson, you provided some guidance for us on the second day of closure for our school, and we thank you for that. There was a lot going on and a lot of moving pieces. Also, the night of the tornado, Jeff Molinar from the Wheatfield Police Department and also a teacher of law enforcement at Kankakee Valley School Corporation was in contact with me, as well as David Myers and Ryan Myers, both township trustees, fire department individuals, and administrators in our school district. So thank them for their constant communication and opening up all of our buildings if necessary, and to put Red Cross in the school. A few items about Kankakee Valley School Corporation that I'd like to share with you as Jasper County moves into the future here. KV is one of the largest employers in Jasper County and serves the largest population of students of approximately 3,000. Kankakee Valley School Corporation is committed to providing support and collaboration for educational initiatives in the county related to any current and future projects. With a strong focus on meeting the educational needs of current and upcoming employers, Kankakee Valley School Corporation is well equipped to assist in this area. At the high school, Kankakee Valley High School, we offer 53 dual credit courses that span both academic and career and technical fields. And over 98 of our students received immediate certifications for employment last year, such areas as welding, CNA, and criminal justice. Last year, our seniors, students from the class of 2025 collectively saved their families over $1.2 million by earning college credit while in high school. I want to thank you as well as give you some of that information. And I want to thank you for your time and the things that you do for Jasper County. Thank you.
Thank you, Don.
Thank you as well. Anyone else for the commissioners meeting? All right, if not, one of you guys put me out of my misery.
I move to adjourn.
Support.
Motion's been made to adjourn and support.
Aye.
We just sang that top right from me.
Got it.
Just like that. Wasn't as long as this.